This is the countdown to kickoff on the Northside Knights Media Network. Go Knights, go! This is the countdown to kickoff on the Northside Knights Media Network. Go Knights, go! countdown to kickoff on the Northside Knights Media Network. Go Knights, go!
The following is a special presentation of the Northside Methodist Academy Media Team.
The football field is lined. Those lines create yards. Yards turn into first downs. First downs turn into touchdowns. Why do we love the game of football? We hang on our team's success with each snap taken. We call them our team when our only role is fan. We jump for joy when they win, and we cry in defeat. Football teaches teamwork, conditioning, and endurance. In 1 Thessalonians 1:3, Paul gives thanks to God that faith has produced work, and love has produced labor, and hope has produced endurance. Listen to football as you've never heard it before. Sure, you will hear excitement when there is a touchdown scored.
The 30 to the 25, makes a move to the 20. He's going to be in! Touchdown! Northside!
But in addition to that, you will also hear more than football analysis play-by-play. You will hear how God is working in the lives of these local football families represented tonight.
Dear Lord, thank you for letting us live another day. Please keep everyone safe as they play tonight. Keep everyone from getting hurt, and let us not just play to win, but play for your glory, Lord, as we know and love you. Amen.
This is Mark Hall from Casting Crowns, and tonight you will hear God glorified. Whatever you do, do it all for the glory of God.
Northside Knights football is on the air.
Green 18! Hands up!
Now let's join the Northside broadcast team for tonight's game.
We're live here at Rippue Stadium in Dothan, getting set for a special Thursday night edition of high school football as the Northside Knights host the Liberty County Bulldogs from Florida. Good evening, everyone. It's good to have you here with us on the Northside Knights Media Network. I'm Matt Johnson, and I've got with me tonight is Mr. Chuck Locke. Hey, Chuck.
Good evening, Matt. Good to be back at Rippue tonight.
Absolutely. And we've got our producer tonight is Mr. Trevor Dyson. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you. Glad to be back.
And down on the field, our sideline reporter is Miss Tristin Robinson. Hey, Tristin. I lost her.
No.
There she is.
Okay. Hey, guys.
Hey. And it's good to be here at Riphue Stadium after last week's epic game that went into double overtime. Look forward to a great night of football tonight. Before we get started tonight talking about this game, we're going to go down to the field, and Tristin has a special guest with her to lead us in a pregame prayer. Tristin?
Hey guys, I'm down here on the field with Rachel Johnson. Rachel's a sophomore here at Northside, and Rachel's going to be doing our pregame prayer.
Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you with thanks. I pray that you will keep our players safe and the win be for the glory of your name. Amen.
Thank you so much, Rachel.
Thank you. That's always fun. And that was special since it was my daughter, so that's always fun. So, and we appreciate her just doing that kind of last minute. We kind of pulled her from the stands to do that prayer. So, Chuck, we look at this game tonight, Northside, after they came off of that tough loss last week, double overtime, a game that really probably should have won that game, but we won't go into the reason why. But for them to bounce back and to get ready for a game tonight on a short week, that's a tall task.
It is a tall order, Matt. And, of course, youth are by nature very resilient and can bounce back. But when you put your heart and soul into that game like they did last week, we saw Carter Stevens lower the boom on someone trying to tackle him. There was really no backing out of it. They were, forget the old saying, but they were in it to win it, and did everything they could do to win the ball game. And like you said, it was a matter of one play or one occasion that ball game could have gone different ways. So that's key. And I'm sure the coaching staff, Coach Green and them, have worked hard this past week building on that. And really, Matt, that's been the story for this year. There's no need to hide the fact that Northside's yet to get a win in the W column. But they're building something, yes, for this year. They want to do that. But I think they're looking at something larger. And I've been proud of the way our boys have played each week. There has been no quit. They've played hard. And we've seen improvement each week. So you hope that carries over for tonight, and the lessons still can continue to build, and they'll be competitive to what looks to be a pretty athletic team from Liberty County in Florida.
Yeah, absolutely. And what you want to see is, last week, Northside's defense held Cottonwood to no points in the first half, and really 14 points for the entire game of regulation. So really some great things out of the Northside team coming off their bye week. And so hopefully after coming off of a short week, we'll see more of that. Tristin was able to catch up with Coach Toby Green and talked about last week's game and this week's game. Here's what they had to say.
Hey Northside fans, I'm Tristin Robinson. I'm back here this week with Coach Green to talk about last week's game against Conwood and this week's game against Liberty County. Hey Coach, how are you today?
Great, how are you doing?
I'm good. Well, let's get right into these questions. How did you feel after the game against Conwood? Did you see any improvement from the team from previous weeks to this game?
Yeah, disappointed with the outcome there at the end, but our kids fought really hard. I saw a lot of us finally play with purpose and passion, and that shows a lot of growth with the kids, so they are improving. And our defense stepped up, held them to 14 points in regulation. Offensively, I thought we should have had about 3 touchdowns in the first half, and kind of shot ourselves in the foot with a couple of turnovers and untimely penalties. But overall, it was a good effort.
Well, are there any players that stood out to you in that game?
Yeah, I've given them some credit most of the year. We had about 300 yards rushing. Of course, that starts with the offensive line with Johnson Ott and Caleb Andrews and Matthew Robertson, Ira Tharp and David Peters. Of course, Braylon Clements and Jaden Watkins have really come on running the ball. They've done a good job. They both had over 100 yards rushing. Tyler Quintero had a couple of timely catches at receiver. I know on fourth down to kind of help us there some. Caleb Watkins had a good catch. And Jaden did a good job when Carter went out of the game in the fourth quarter, kind of helped lead us on the drive. Sometimes you go with a backup quarterback and it goes backwards, but he was a big reason we went down there and tied the game in the fourth quarter. Defensively, Tyler Smith looked like he had a good game at linebacker. Our corners, Porter Williams had a couple of touchdown-saving tackles that really paid off with great effort. I thought Stephon Gainey did a good job in coverage as well at the other corner.
Well, how do you expect the team to play after losing a close game? Do you think they'll use the momentum in a positive or negative way?
That's a great question. We're going to answer that Thursday at 7 o'clock. But we had a really good practice Monday. The kids bounced back well, kind of moved on with it. So I hope they grow from this. This is kind of what coaching and being in sports teaches you, is to bounce back. And hopefully we will bounce back from that tough loss.
Well, how is the team preparing to play Liberty County?
They do a really good job of running the ball. They have a number 2, number 11 that runs a lot. They just put a number 5 in, kind of as a wildcat quarterback. Defensive, they haven't given up many points. They're really solid, well-coached team. We don't know a ton about them. They've been winning a lot to a little against the teams they play. They're 4-1. They really have a good football team.
What will be different about Liberty County compared to the teams that you have played in the past?
I think they're probably a little more physical on the offensive and defensive lines. And again, they just a little different style of football in Florida. They probably do a better job of rushing the ball than some of the teams we play. You could compare them maybe to a Providence or something like that. So we got a tough task this week.
Well, finally, do you have anything that you would like to share with our Knights fans?
Yeah, it was an awesome environment last Friday at homecoming. The crowd made a lot of noise. It was exciting with a light show playing in Rip Hughes. Our student section did an incredible job with the confetti and all dressing with that. And maybe we'll get more guys out there and give the Knights a dub this week.
Well, thank you so much for meeting me again this week, Coach Green, and thank you to our listeners for tuning in. As always, go Knights.
Well, Chuck, talk about some keys of the game for tonight's game for the Knights.
Well, as we mentioned in pregame, Matt, how you bounce back from a game like that last week is going to be one of the keys. And then staying away from the injury bug tonight. We noticed that Carter Stevens, as hard as he played last week, he's been fighting ankle injuries all year. And so how he responds to maybe some rehab this week and how he runs the ball is going to be key offensively. I think defensively, especially if the Bulldogs from Liberty County run a offense similar to what we see from Providence here in town, is going to be key to stay in the gaps, be disciplined. They have looks like some big kids on the Liberty lineup, so stay in your gaps and run to the ball. Listen, Northside did a great job of that against Cottonwood last week, as you alluded to earlier. They really had a lot of guys flying to the ball. For us to remain competitive tonight, that's got to be the keys to the game.
Yeah, and they're going to be, like Coach said, this team kind of runs an offense like we've seen with Providence. They like to run the ball a lot, lots of different ways they run the ball with a wildcat, quarterback, running back, wing backs. They'll hand it off to lots of different guys. And so I think just from watching film this afternoon, the key is going to be for Northside is to contain the running backs from running outside into the corners. They don't want to do that. They want to make them try to keep them tackle to tackle and make them run them up the middle and keep them from breaking those big, because they got some speed. And those guys are going to be tough to bring down when they get on the open field. So
inauspicious beginning for the Knights. The inflatable Knight looks like has been deflated.
Yeah, it looks like it lost power to the pumps or something. So they're trying to maybe get that corrected. Everybody's getting ready for the big light show here at Rip Hughes Stadium, and which is really cool last week to see. Maybe he's getting going. Captains are going to the middle of the field right now and getting ready for the coin toss, and should be a good game tonight. The Bulldogs from Liberty County down in Bristol, Florida, are in their road uniforms tonight. They're in white jerseys, gold helmets, maroon pants. Very Florida State-esque.
A lot like Florida State. Liberty County is right next to Tallahassee. When we looked at it, it's the least populous county in the state of Florida.
Yeah, that's interesting. And so they're got two guys down there. Northside's got four captains in their home uniforms, green jerseys, green helmets, white pants. And looks like we're getting the directions here from the ref. Looks like Liberty County won the toss and will receive to start the game. And Knights will be on defense to start things off. So We'll be ready here for the kickoff here coming up in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Northside Knights football.
El Palacio, Ozark's oldest restaurant. El Palacio, famous for Mexican steak fingers and a salsa taste that lingers. El Palacio,
Northside Athletics would like to thank Mike Miller of Country Financial for their generous support. Mike Miller is a Country Financial representative providing insurance and financial services for the communities in and around Dothan. The number is 334-828-8280. Mike Schmidt's Automotive Group proudly supports Northside Athletics. They take pride in their inventory of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, as well as their helpful and professional sales staff. MikeSchmidt'sAutomotiveGroup.com.
Scott Stevens Tire and Service is a proud supporter of Northside Athletics. For tires and auto repair, Scott Stevens specializes in outstanding customer service. ScottStevensTireandService.com, 334-794-6969.
It can be difficult to choose your Medicare plan. At no cost to you, the Healthcare Resource Center can help you choose from all available Medicare plans to find the one that best fits your individual needs. We not only help you pick a plan, but we also help you use your plan by pairing you with a local agent you can actually talk to. Northside Football thanks Healthcare Resource Center. Free help for people on Medicare.
The Joy FM 94.3, 96.1 is grateful for Northside Methodist Academy, training young champions for Christ and molding the decision makers of tomorrow. We pray God's blessing and protection over all the students, staff, and leadership from all of us at the Joy FM.
Hey, I'm Matt Johnson with the Northside Media Team. It's our vision to train young students about media and technology while bringing you live athletic coverage for Northside Methodist. Would you prayerfully consider supporting us in this new endeavor? Please contact Terry Dyson for more information at 334-794-7273.
Northside Knights football is on the air.
Hey, this is Coach Toby Green, and it's time for kickoff. Go Knights, go.
We're ready for kickoff here at Rip Hughes Stadium. Glad you could join us here on the Northside Knights Media Network. The Knights are coming onto the field, ready to kick this ball away to Liberty County. And great start to the game here with the light show, and I guess that was fog of some sort.
That is an intimidating-looking ground fog.
Yeah, it was. It was kind of a neat. Now,
it's a night fall.
There it is. And the night, the blow-up night, wasn't able to.
It fell.
It fell. Yeah. So, unfortunately. So, anyway, we're ready to go here. Ball's teed up at the 40-yard line, and we got Fitz Carter ready to kick this ball away, who was kicking field goals from about a good 40 yards in pregame warm-ups. And now we're going to do the national anthem because they forgot to do it. So that's what's going on now. Being played by the Northside Band.
It is.
So that's pretty cool. You know, Chuck, you know, we were talking today at lunch, not you and I, but I was. You know, Northside, one of the things that was different last week was they got on the board first. And that's something that has been really tough for them in some of the games this year, in that they find themselves behind and then they don't know how to catch up.
Yeah, it is. You handicap yourself at the beginning. It's going to be difficult for Northside to play from behind in any game, but especially tonight, I think it's going to be important to get a good defensive stand and to remain competitive. But I was impressed by how quickly the referees really got to it. And look at the Liberty County players. They've all taken their helmets off, most of them. Well, all off, but most on the ground. It's good to see the players respect the flag.
Absolutely. So now that we've got that, maybe we're ready now. I think we kind of just forgot about it.
I think, yeah, and now
we're going to do the prayer.
The blessing.
God, we thank you for the opportunity that we can come together as teams, as coaches, and as fans to enjoy this sport. We ask for protection of our players, that they may be free from injury and that they play with great sportsmanship. And God, that all our words and actions tonight glorify you. It is in your name we pray. Amen.
Now,
all right.
Now I really believe they're ready to play, Matt.
I think we're ready now.
We've honored the country, we've honored the Lord, and now it's time for the kickoff.
Northside Band in good formation tonight, sounding good. And here we go. Kick is a low kick to the left side. It's going to go out of bounds, and the Bulldogs will take over at their own 35-yard line.
Good play by the Liberty County player. That smart play. No need to try to field it at the 20. Just go ahead and let it get out of bounds, and you get the ball at the 35.
So we'll see the Bulldog offense. Bulldogs are 4-1 on the season. Beat Graceville, Florida last week 42-0, and chucked that game. It was 21-0 at the end of the first quarter, and a lot of that was because Graceville had 2 bad snaps on the punt and gave them a short field. So
wow.
Anyway, they come out with 1 wide receiver to the left, far left side, and typically they're going to run the ball. So here's shotgun formation, and the give up. Going around the outside, number 1. He gets hit. He's dropped. No gain there. Good play by the defense.
Great play by it. Had 2 men over there, as we talked about in the beginning, Matt, just to go to swarm to the ball. They did have a double tight end set over there, 1 in the slot. So they ran to the short side of the field, heavy on that side, and I'm sure they want to see maybe what Northside has. You maybe have limited information on each other. But a good start by the front 5 of Northside.
Give them a yard carry. Ball's at the 36-yard line of Liberty County. We got whistles as they come to the line. Looks like we've got an equipment issue maybe with one of the players on Liberty County, and they're going to substitute a guy in.
And reset the play clock.
Reset the play clock, I guess, because it's sitting at 8, and they're going to go back to the huddle. I don't think they should be able to get to reset the play clock, do you?
Well, I guess since the official
and the clock is running,
made it. Well,
game clock's running too. That's interesting.
That is very interesting. He did motion for the clock to be reset for the play clock, but not for the game clock to stop.
Okay, we're going to try 2nd down and 9 again.
Second
formation. 9. Here's the snap. Keeper. He hands it off the wing back, coming around the near side. He gets hit, dropped. Got about 2 yards up to the 38. That'll bring up 3rd and about 6.
Stayed disciplined there. There's a little misdirection. The line pulled one way, and they ran back to that slot. They had a hole, but he missed it, and the linebackers fell down really good toward that hole for the Knights. Good first 2 plays for the men in green.
Let's see if they can. It is actually restate that 37 for Liberty County. Shotgun formation again. Here's the snap. And going to keep it. Now he's going to throw across the middle. Has his man incomplete. And he threw it a little bit low and behind him. That'll bring up 4th down. So good 3 and out for the defense for Northside.
He did, I think it was Ty Braggs, a senior for the Bulldogs. They had the man open underneath. I'm not sure. It could have gotten the 1st down, but he just skipped it like a rock right to him. He just didn't have good follow-through on the ball, or a bit too much follow-through maybe.
Let's see what kind of a punt we get out of the Bulldogs here. Watkins back deep. Here's a snap, and the kick is up. And it's going to be fielded and muffed. And it's on the ground.
Bulldogs.
And I believe Bulldogs have it at the 40-yard line Northside. He should have let that one go. He had to run up to get to it and could not cradle it.
He did, Matt. I was thinking that as he took off because he was running full tilt to catch that ball, and it was a knuckleball at that. And he caught it in. It's difficult to catch a ball in stride like that and not muff it. Tough break, and listen, that's the way Graceville started last week against the Bulldogs. So you give them a short field on a second chance. It's curious to see if they might try some little trickeration here. I don't know. Yeah, they got under center instead of in the pistol.
Under center, wing backs, no running back. This is an interesting formation here. Man in motion now. Here's the pitch to that motion man to the outside, going around the out corner. Gets across the 40, flags down. He's brought down near the 30, actually the 28-yard line. I'm thinking that's going to come back on a hold.
Oh, that's no doubt a hold. The left guard that was pulling, leading that play, made on a good initial hit, but then as the Northside player tried to disengage, he went to the ground. So it was a good tackle by the Bulldogs there.
So we'll mark it back to the the Northside, 47-yard line. That'll make it 1st and 17.
But that may be it looks like that might be a strong play for the Bulldogs tonight. It is a strong, almost like a sweep like USC used to run years ago, Matt. But they do it out of the man in motion, and he's got a head of steam built up.
Same formation again this time. Now man in motion to the near side, and the pitch is coming to him. Makes a cut, trying to get a corner. He's got a block, and make some moves. Another penalty flag down on that block, and some extracurricular on the sideline here. But flags down, probably going to be another holding call, I would guess, on Liberty.
I believe number 6, he was holding the guy and held him another 7 yards out of bounds. So they did have, you can see what they may be trying to do against Northside. They're running from one side to the other with that sweep. But listen, we'll take that all night long as they keep holding the plays like that. You can't make much progress with a 10-yard penalty each game.
That's right. So they'll mark it back, and this time it's going to be marked at the 49-yard line of Northside. That'll make it 1st and 19.
So they've gained.
Went backwards 2 yards. So we'll see what they're doing tonight. They're going to, like I said, like we mentioned in the pregame, going sideline to sideline, trying to get blocks in the corner and go down the sideline. If Northside can keep them from doing that and force them to go up the middle, it'll be a long night for the Liberty offense, I believe.
Yes.
One man in the backfield this time. Quarterback under center, back to pass, looking, throws, looks for his man, and it is intercepted by Northside at the 40-yard line. Great interception by number 8.
Porter Williams,
who has been all over the field on defense this year, making tackles, and he got the interception that time.
Wow, the 5'8" senior, just great defensive position there. I thought the guy was going to get behind him, but it was a bit underthrown. Porter didn't let that bother him. He went straight to it and made a heck of a play.
So the Knights will take over at their own. Let's see where they're going to mark this ball. I believe it's going to be around the 40-yard line of Northside.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time finding where the guy is spotting the ball. There was a flag on the field.
We're looking for a football, too.
And the flag was, and the penalty was declined. I believe we had another hold. And, of course, that's a no-brainer to decline that.
Well, the Stixers lined up at the 30. Wait a minute.
What? No, it must have been.
I don't know what's going on. They're moving the ball back to the 24-yard line. Northside's going to have it, but I don't know what the call was.
I saw the flag, but then I saw him pick it up, Matt.
Yeah, I never saw him make a motion of what it is. All right, Northside takes over at their own 24-yard line, shotgun formation. Stevens has the ball, gives to Watkins. Coming around the near side, trying to get the corner. Gets a stiff arm, and he gets to the 30-yard line before he's brought down. Game of 6.
Matt, that might have been a defensive hold after the interception that backed that play up. That's the only thing I can.
Way. I mean,
that's the only thing I can think of.
That was 20 yards backed up, you know?
Yeah, it's strange.
So 2nd down and 4 for the Knights at the 30-yard line. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Clemens standing next to Stevens. Now Watkins in motion to the near side. And the keeper is Stevens up the middle. He's got some room. He's to the 35, the 40. He's got the 45. Looking for a block to the 50. He's down the sideline. Now he stops, goes around the other side, and he's down to the 32-yard line of Liberty County.
What a play. It looked like a backyard play at the end of that, Matt. He's just looking to see who was going to tackle him, and he just got out of the way of him. But there's that speed toss, and when it's not there, it's almost a hybrid of a run-pass option, but it's a run-toss option, an RTO.
And his ankle looked pretty good on that run.
It looked really good. That hole opened up. The Bulldogs really played that toss. Well designed by the coaching staff in Northside.
3 wide receivers to the left. 1 to the right. Snap. Give is to up the middle to Clemens. Coming around the near side. He's trying to get free. Cannot. And he's going to lose about a yard.
I'd like to see that play more often for the Knights tonight for sure. That was a good-looking play. Read it well. And, wow, he had a lane to cut in right in the middle of the field.
Ball spotted at the 34-yard line of Liberty County. 2nd down. We'll call it about 12.
And Stevens' ankle did look pretty good on that run, Matt. So that's a good sign.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
a good sign.
And it's good to see also Noah Davis that had some injury bugs. He's back in there tonight for the Knights as well.
Snap. Give us to Watkins. Going around the outside. He's trying to cut it up and can't get anywhere. No gain. That'll bring up 3rd and long.
Yeah, without any kind of misdirection or some type of option feel, I believe we're going to really have a hard time making ground on this Bulldog front. You look across their front, and they've really got some good size in there, especially in the middle. So you need to have some misdirection, let us get leverage on some blocks and create some some alleys coming back against the grain, I think is the way we're going to have to do it tonight on the running game.
3rd down and 12. They need to get to the 23-yard line. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Stevens in the gun. Here's the snap. Coming, and it's going to pitch to Clemens. Coming around the near side, gets across the 30 to the 29-yard line. Gets about half the distance he needs. So my guess is that was exactly as designed, because they'll probably go for it here on 4th down.
I would think so. Did a good job blocking scheme-wise. I really want to see Braden hit that hole a little bit harder there. There's a little hesitation. I know he's trying to let the play develop, but with the speed that Liberty has, and I'm sure the coaches will tell him that, you've got to really make that decision quickly. Just pick what you think may be the hole and hit it.
4th and 7. 2 wide receivers to each side. Snap, back to pass. Stevens, he's looking. Now he's going to run. Trying to get the outside. Still going to throw it. Now he's got his man's caught. 1st down at the 19-yard line. Great play and a great scrambling job by Stevens.
Absolutely. Well done by a kid that it's his first year playing quarterback. But you can tell he's been inside the chain link fence in the backyard or side yard playing ball his whole life. He communicated the receiver, Matt. You see that? He pointed to him, and he faked like he's going to go deep and just had position on the guy, and it was a strike by Stevens. Good play for the Knights.
1st down, 2 wide receivers to each side at the 20-yard line. Here's the snap. Keeper, Stevens up the middle. He's got the 20, the 15. He's got the 10, puts his head down, and he gets down to the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, Northside.
Great play again. It's that run. That's the run-toss option, I guess we're going to call it. It's working well, and Carter Stevens is showing he's got some grit. Again, he lowered his shoulder that time, took that Liberty defender straight up. 1st and goal for the Knights, man. We're looking good starting here in the 1st quarter.
Absolutely. Against a team that did not give up any points last week in Liberty County against the team they played. 2 wide receivers to each side. Snap. Keeper, Stevens up the middle again to 5. He's going to be in. Touchdown, Northside.
Great read there. That we'll call that. I don't know if that's what coaches call it, but the run-toss option again, he hit that hole and really did a good job finding the end zone. Great drive by the Knights after that interception.
So let's see here if they're going to – looks like they are going to line up for the extra point here. It's Carter, got the tee out. Carter Stevens will be the holder.
And the referees are really doing a good job of lining up and covering this extra point tonight.
Yes, they've got both sides covered of the line. Here is the snap. Snap is down. Kick is up. Kick is good into the nets. We got 7-0 Northside here in the 1st quarter. You're listening to Northside Knights football.
El Palacio, Ozark's oldest restaurant. El Palacio, famous for Mexican steak fingers and a salsa taste that lingers. El Palacio,
Northside Athletics would like to thank Mike Miller of Country Financial for their generous support. Mike Miller is a Country Financial representative providing insurance and financial services for the communities in and around Dothan. The number is 334-828-8280.
This is Northside Knights football.
Welcome back to Rip Hughes Stadium. 7-0 Northside leads over Liberty County here with 5:17 to go. Tristin, how did that touchdown look on your end?
It looked great. I think the guys have played great tonight already. They have used their momentum from last week's game to really come into this game with the right mindset. I think the defense has played great. They had an interception by Porter Williams, number 8, and now they're just ready to play. The kicker, Fitz Carter, he's about to kick off again right now.
There's a kick. It's going to be hit and caught at the 30-yard line. He's coming up the middle of the field to the 35 and puts his head down and pushes forward to the 39. He jumped up and tipped that ball like a volleyball.
He was excited to get the ball because he ran with some passion after that, man. But, hey, Tristin brought out a good point. The guys have really shown the confidence. Even though that was a gut-wrenching loss last week, the confidence that they brought on that drive, and really, hey, let's say defensive confidence as well. They're not intimidated by this team from Liberty County and have played solid football for the first 7 minutes of the game.
Absolutely. Quarterback under center for Liberty County, 1st and 10. Here's the snap, and it's a busted play. He's going to keep it going around the outside, and he's going to get tipped and dropped about the 45-yard line. And one of the things, too, Chuck, it was – talking about confidence. Before you got here, Tristin and I were working on the equipment, and the football players were coming over because they wanted to talk on the microphone. And one of them came up and asked me, "You think we're going to win tonight?" And I gave him a thumbs up because he couldn't hear what I was saying. But they were loose and they were confident, coming on this field tonight. And that speaks a lot to the coaching, because
that's exactly what
you
I was
talk
gonna say.
about a team that could have been deflated after losing their 5th game, a game they could have almost won. They coming out here tonight firing up. That's good to see.
They've got buy-in to what the coaches are saying.
Here's the snap up the middle, hit, and he's going to get nothing. Third's going to bring up 3rd and 5.5.
That kid right there is a load, and for the Knights to get them, it's going to take 5 or 6. We don't have size and weight for 21, but I guarantee you he's a good-sized kid.
Senior Josh Peterson, and he is a load.
Matt, he kind of looks like the kid that we played from Slocum. That was a big running back. But
Nobles, yeah.
He may not have the speed that Nobles have, but he's good size. But great job by the Knights. Listen, they stayed in their lanes. The linebackers crashed down. What a great tackle.
3rd down, and we'll call it 5. Man in motion. Here's a snap, and the pitch is to the motion man going around the outside, trying to get the corner. Makes a move, gets the 1st down barely, and pushed out of bounds near the north side 48-yard line.
A good blocking by the Bulldogs then. You could see they were not holding then. They stayed engaged between the shoulder pads with the Knights defender. Just a good play with the Bulldogs then. Let's just say they won that set of downs, and that's a mindset you have to keep. Let's win the next set of downs for the Knights and stop this drive.
Yeah, don't give up a big play and keep doing what you're doing and keeping them, get them to the 3rd down. That's for sure. One wide receiver to the right. Quarterback under center. Here's the snap and motion. A little bit early, I believe.
I think so.
I think number 2 jumped quickly. Something we don't see a lot nowadays, especially in high school football, is a quarterback under center. Usually we're seeing so much, even when they're a running team, they're running it out of the shotgun.
And we saw that earlier for the Bulldogs when number 5, Ty Braggs, was in there. He was in the pistol, but they've gone under center now. Be curious to understand the reasoning, but either that's a huge line or that's a small quarterback, because he is dwarfed down there.
Here's the snap, give up the middle, and he gets hit, and he got maybe a yard up to the 49-yard line of Liberty County. That'll bring up 2nd and about 13.
They ran the same exact play there, Matt, as that. It's an abbreviation of what they ran earlier, going wide on that tall sweep. It is an abbreviation. They toss it, but he cuts straight up the middle because they're crashing down, zone blocking on that run. But Northside did a good job defending it, and stayed disciplined, and did not really fall for what they were doing in misdirection.
Quarterback comes up to the line under center. Number 21 in the fullback position, really.
He's
nobody
close.
behind him. Yeah, here's a snap and give, and it's a double reverse. He's got the 50. He's got the corner, number 2. He's got the 1st down at the 40. Makes a move. He's still on his feet. Gets knocked down to the 30-yard line.
Hey, Braden Clement did a great job that time. Really an open field tackle. Kept that play from going for 6 there, Matt. That was a good play. A little misdirection. What we used to call a little cross buck. You hand it off. It's a double handoff. And that did resemble what Providence does in their offense, that particular play.
Yeah, absolutely. It sure does. 1st down at the Northside 30-yard line. 3:10 to go first quarter. 7-0 Northside.
21's lined up a bit deeper. He's like another guard or tackle in there if he's leading the block for a fullback.
Snap. And keeper, number 10, gets across the 25. He pushes forward to close to the 1st down marker. I think he's going to be about a half a yard short.
Yeah, that's just the one running back is almost a veer option there. He did the fake handoff, or really the option read for the fullback, and kept it. And there was a pretty good hold on the right side for the Bulldogs, the left side of our line.
So 2nd down and 1 for Liberty County at the 21-yard line.
How do we respond here? 2nd short here, Matt. Just let's stop this thing before it gets in the red zone and stiffen up here. It'd be key for the Knights.
Quarterback under center. Here's the snap. Give to number 1 up the middle. He's got the 1st down across the 20. Falls forward to the 15.
Here again, they knew they didn't need but just 1 yard there, and nothing fancy there, not even a misdirection. They did have one guard pulling and led the way for the Bulldogs. Kellen Spites was the ball carrier at that time. Yeah, but this quarterback here for the Bulldogs, man, shows us a 10th grader. but pretty crafty, even though he was a smaller guy. How he ran that offense just a moment ago.
Comes up this time under center. 1st and 10 from the 15. Here's the snap. Give us number 11 around up the middle. Slips a tackle across the 10 to the 5. Pulling tacklers up to the 2-yard line, maybe the 1, 1st and goal.
Good strong run there by, I think that was Cole Ellis for the Bulldogs. We had 2 missed tackles at the line of scrimmage, and he made us pay by going down there. Now they're really inside the 2. Let's see what kind of goal line stand we can dial up here.
1st and goal for Liberty County. Quarterback under center. Number 21 standing right behind him. Now man in motion. Your snap up the middle is the quarterback sneak, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, that's just the old-fashioned push play. You get the quarterback leaning in there, and you got big number 21 is going to push the whole pile into the end zone. Worked pretty well for the Bulldogs there.
So the extra point attempt here for Liberty County.
So we got ourselves the ball game, which we knew he would. Pretty good drive by the Bulldogs there.
Here's the snap. Kick is up. Kick is blocked. And that'll make it 7-6 Northside. With 1:26 to go in the first quarter, you're listening to Northside Knights football.
Scott Stevens Tire and Service is a proud supporter of Northside Athletics. For tires and auto repair, Scott Stevens specializes in outstanding customer service. ScottStevensTireandService.com 334-794-6969.
It can be difficult to choose your Medicare plan. At no cost to you, the Healthcare Resource Center can help you choose from all available Medicare plans to find the one that best fits your individual needs. We not only help you pick a plan, but we also help you use your plan by pairing you with a local agent you can actually talk to. Northside Football thanks Healthcare Resource Center. Free help for people on Medicare.
This is Northside's brand of football. Go Knights, go!
Welcome back to Rip Hughes Stadium. 1:26 to go first quarter. 7-6 in Northside. And Liberty County has the ball teed up, ready to kick this ball away. You got Clemens and Watkins back deep for the Knights, standing at their own 15. And the kicker.
It was a fake kick.
Yeah, he stopped, and now he's kicking it. High kick, short. Going to bounce and be picked up at the 22. He's up to the 30. It's Braylon Clemens. He makes a move. He's to the 35. And he's going to be hit and dropped. And he gets up to the 36 before he is pushed backwards. Good field position for the Knights.
Yep, start off right there. That's not bad field position.
So the Knights leading 7-6 here. Take over and see if they can continue moving the ball successfully like they did on the last drive, which was a great drive.
Absolutely. Good scenario. Mixing it up and play calling then. Didn't see, the same play much at all. Good job by the coaching staff. Let's see if we can repeat that.
2 wide receivers to each side. Back pass. Keepers. Stevens up the middle. Slips a tackle to the 40. He's in the near sideline. He's off the races at 50. He's down to the 40. He's to the 30. He's to the 20. He's to the 10. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds near the 3-yard line.
Wow. Great play there by the Knights. Did a super job reading that. The little option coming off the handoff then. He hit the hole. Brock's son, but Carter runs with some passion as soon as he hits the hole.
Yeah, he does. They actually mark him out of bounds at the 5, so 1st and goal for Northside.
It's humorous to see the Liberty County Bulldog cheerleaders are here lined up. And
they're in the box with the Northside football players.
They are within the box.
I don't think they're supposed to be there, are they? Here's a snap. Up the middle is Watkins. And he gets hit at the line of scrimmage and pushed backwards.
Wow, nothing working there. Liberty really plugged up that line. Yeah, but that is interesting.
It is interesting. I think they should be on the outside of the box like the Northside cheerleaders are.
Well, they should be. That there may be some miscommunication there. And, the Liberty County fans are on the same side as Northside fans. So,
shotgun formation, 2nd and goal. Give this to Braylon Clemens up the middle, and he gets maybe to the 4. Balls loose. Let's see if that's going to be ruled a fumble or if he was down.
They're marking it down, I believe, Matt. 3rd down.
So make it 3rd and goal from the 4. So dodged a bullet there.
Yeah, up the middle, right.
Now we got flags coming in the back area. I'm guessing that's going to be something said by Liberty County players. And if that's the case, it'd be half the distance. Is that automatic first down? Unsportsmanlike conduct, it is on Liberty County. I believe that's going to be an automatic first down, but we'll wait until we let them move it up to the 2-yard line.
A dead ball foul.
No, he's still going to say it's third down.
Yeah, still third down. Personal foul would have been first down, but I think unsportsmanlike conduct from what I can remember. But anyway, 3rd and short here for the Knights.
2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the far left over there by the goal line. Here's the snap. High snap. Stevens up the middle. He's going to run it. Touchdown, Northside.
Yeah, you had to see that coming. The first 2 attempts by the running back, and Carter just took it on his own. Hit the hole hard with authority. Good drive, even though it's quick on that one play, but we'll take it.
Absolutely. On for the
Carter Stevens almost looks like he's over his injury.
Yeah, he must have.
I would say so. He's going to have almost 100 yards rushing.
What is that stuff I've been seeing on advertised, the blue emu stuff that they put on the NFL players are using for sore ankles and muscles? Using emu oil?
Yeah, well,
maybe he's using some of that. Here's the snap. Kick is up. Kick is good. 14-6. Northside leads with 11 seconds to go first quarter. You're listening to Northside Knights football.
Mike Schmidt's Automotive Group proudly supports Northside Athletics. They take pride in their inventory of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, as well as their helpful and professional sales staff. MikeSchmidt'sAutomotiveGroup.com.
The Joy FM 94.3, 96.1 is grateful for Northside Methodist Academy, training young champions for Christ and molding the decision makers of tomorrow. We pray God's blessing and protection over all the students, staff, and leadership from all of us at the Joy FM.
Hey, this is Coach Toby Green, and you're listening to Northside Knights football. Go Knights, go.
Welcome back to Rip Stadium here. 14-6, Northside leads with 11 seconds to go first quarter. And here is the kickoff. High kick, deep. Going to be taken way over his head at the 15. Up to the 20, the 25, 30. Trying to find a hole. Makes some great dance moves.
He did.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 36-yard line.
And, well, both teams are just dancing in the amoeba there at the 35-yard line.
We appreciate you joining us tonight. If you would, please share the link to the video here tonight on your social media. Send it by text message. Let everybody know, especially those, since it's a Thursday night. We know a lot of people can't come to the game, but looks like a pretty good crowd here from what we can tell. We can't really see the whole stadium, but looks like from what I can see, it's pretty good.
I can see from the 20 on the far side, looking right to left on your YouTube dial. Thank you.
That is the
Dr.
end of
Lawson.
is the end of the first quarter, and so it is 14-6, which is a great. Even though Northside wasn't able to have that turnover, they were able to get the ball right back and score that touchdown that really kind of set the tone.
That's a great answer to what was a good drive by the Bulldogs, Matt. Very methodical and really controlled the line of scrimmage for our boys to come back and score that quickly, aided in great part by some great play by Carter Stevens. But still, good blocking on that edge. He had a lot of room to run. So to give credit where credit's due, good job by the interior line and by the wideouts for sealing that corner and creating that run.
The ball is sitting at the Liberty County 36-yard line. They've got the ball 1st and 10 to start the second quarter. One wide receiver to the far left. Quarterback is under center, now man in motion. And they give us to that motion man. Going around the outsides, number 2. He gets hit, and he's going to be dropped. Gain of about 2.5.
Great pursuit by the Knights. There was a little bit working there. That's that abbreviated sweep that they ran successfully on that previous drive. But a good way to start this defensive stand with the Knights.
2nd down and 8.
They did play off those blocks really well then. Did not get defeated made initial contact, and the linebackers did a good job coming up and supporting that run.
They break the huddle, come to the line. This time they come out with 2 wide receivers to the far right. Quarterback under center. Here's the snap and the give. Running back, he's trying to get around the outside. He gets hit at the 40 and dropped. Gain of about 2. That's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Here again, they're running that interior trap block. They're pulling the guy sealing off, and they're winning the initial block. But gosh, I can't say enough about the Northside linebackers, and the pursuing linemen are really controlling that play of breaking 5 or 6 yards.
Big 3rd down here for the Knights defense. See if they can get off the field. Leading 14-6. Early minutes here in the 2nd quarter.
Noah Davis certainly and Tyler Smith had their work cut out for them on this game, along with Mr. Steinfeld on that right side.
Back to pass, looking down the field. He's trying to find a hole. Now he's running it himself. He gets hit near the 1st down marker, spins, and I think he gets the 1st down.
He did, Matt. Great second effort by their little quarterback then. And actually, the way we tackled him, we took him across the line to gain for 1st down.
So the ball is at the Liberty County 47-yard line, 1st and 10. They break the huddle, come to the line, 1st and 10. 1 wide receiver to the left. No running backs in the backfield.
Wow, real tight formation there.
Yeah, now we got a man in motion, and the pitch is going to be to him, going around the outside, trying to get the corner. He's got the 50. He's got the 1st down and pushed out of bounds near the 40-yard line.
A great design that time. That's that real tall sweep as a man in motion, and when they run that wide side, if they win that in block, that's typically going to get them a pretty good gain.
Looks like we're going to have a timeout for Northside, and we'll take one with them. With 9:48 to go, 1st half, 14-6 Northside. You're listening to Northside Knights football. Hey, I'm Matt Johnson with the Northside Media Team. It's our vision to train young students about media and technology while bringing you live athletic coverage for Northside Methodist. Would you prayerfully consider supporting us in this new endeavor? Please contact Terry Dyson for more information at 334-794-7273.
Palazzi, Ozark's oldest restaurant, El Palacio. Famous for Mexican steak fingers and a salsa taste that lingers. El Palazzi,
Northside Athletics would like to thank Mike Miller of Country Financial for their generous support. Mike Miller is a Country Financial representative providing insurance and financial services for the communities in and around Dothan. The number is 334-828-8280.
Scott Stevens Tire and Service is a proud supporter of Northside Athletics. For tires and auto repair, Scott Stevens specializes in outstanding customer service. ScottStevensTireandService.com, 334-794-6969.
This is Northside's varsity cheerleading squad, and you're listening to the Northside Knights media team. Go Knights!
1st and 10 for Liberty at the Northside 42-yard line. Quarterback under center. Here's a snap. Quickly throws the far sideline and out of bounds.
That barely did go forward on that pass. That was close to being a lateral, and that would have lost 2 yards for him.
Yeah, that was close. You're standing like right on top of it.
Yeah, it's if this window wasn't here, I might have encouraged the referees to look at that. Just kidding for our listening audience.
2nd down and 10. Liberty County, they really do take their time getting the play and huddling up, which is a complete opposite of what we see on Northside's offense.
That's right. Look for a run out of this set, Matt.
Here's the snap, give, double give. Number 2 slips a couple of tackles, but he's not going to slip the 3rd one. He's going to be down, and he's going to be down at the line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10.
Great adjustment there by the defensive coaches and the players on the north side. That play ran for about 15 yards the first time they ran it going the other way earlier. Great adjustments, and again, staying disciplined within the schemes.
So 3rd down. I gave him a yard somehow.
Well, 3rd and long is where you want to keep this offense, Matt. They really haven't shown something that would really worry me as far as a passing game. Now, watch, as soon as I say that, they'll complete one. But
2 wide receivers to the near side. Here's the snap. Back to pass. He's looking, throws deep to the near sideline, and it's going to be incomplete. And that's just not their game. They're just not a throwing team. So let's see what they do here on 4th down at the Northside 42-yard line.
4th and a long 9.
Actually, it's 41. Well, it looks like they're going to bring in a punt team. It looks like the quarterback is the punter, just like it is for Northside.
Which is always something you need to pay attention to.
So Watkins is back deep. I'd almost tell him not to catch this ball.
Oh, gosh. It was inside the 15.
He's standing at his own 10. Here's the snap, high snap, and he gets a low kick.
Fire.
And it's going to take a roll for Liberty County, and it's going to be dead at the 15. So the Northside Knights will take over, leading 14-6 with 8:49 to go in the 2nd quarter.
Matt, I tell you what, I'm surprised. I'll have to say that. Not necessarily at our play, but by the looks of Liberty and how they looked in warm-ups and what they were doing, I thought for sure, wow, we're going to have our hands full right off the bat. But we've won both lines of scrimmage.
Yeah.
We're certainly winning time possession and total yardage.
Yeah, looking good. Empty backfield, starter Stevens standing by himself back there. Here's a snap, and the give is to Watkins. Coming around the outside, he's got some room. He's crossed the 20, and he gets tripped up and dropped near the 25-yard line. He's going to be about a half yard short of the 1st down.
That's a new look for the Knights on that play, Matt. I don't know if I've seen that this year.
I don't think I have either.
Shotgun, hands off to the inside. You're not handing out behind you, and well-designed play. I liked it.
They come to the line quickly. Same formation. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Watkins standing kind of in the tight end wing spot. Here's a snap. Carter Stevens gets hit and dropped back at the 19. He didn't have anywhere to go.
Yeah, that was a miscommunication. Had to be. There was our line has not been beat like that whole night. I'm just wondering if that was supposed to be some type of middle screen, and either Carter missed it or somebody missed it. But it was, wow, it was a flood of white jerseys in the backfield.
Well, he did have to catch that snap with one hand. It kind of went to his right. It's 3rd down, and we'll call it 6. And we got movement, and we got flag. Let's see. I think Liberty jumped.
No, I'm believing one of our guys did, Matt.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
The wide out.
They were going to call it against Northside, so back them up 5 yards, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 11.
Yeah,
it makes it tough because that's on the ball is on the 15.
Real tough. You got to be conservative. I mean, the tendency is to, hey, let's open it up right here. But with the 14-6 lead, backed up like this, let's see if we can't pop something on a run and don't really gamble all that much right here.
2 wide receivers to each side. Stevens back to pass, looking, throws over the middle, has his man, incomplete. He had Watkins in and out of his hands. I wonder if he heard footsteps because I sure saw him.
There's no doubt he did. The ball was there. He had hit him in the hands. The play was there, Matt. It really was well executed. The route, the pass, just didn't make the 3rd part of it in the catch.
So 4th down brings on the punt team. And they're going to have to punt deep from their own territory here. Hopefully they do not get a good punt here. Maybe do the rugby-style punt, give the coverage team a chance to get down the field.
Yeah, that's what you'd like to see here. We need to win this field position here. Looks like we've caught a time. Well,
the clock is at 0. The play clock is at 0. So I don't know if they didn't reset it or if we called. I guess we've called a timeout. So that's Northside's 2nd timeout of the half.
Yeah, Coach Green looks to be a bit frustrated there on sideline. I don't know if we had the right personnel in there for what they wanted to do for the punt. But, yeah, I believe that's what's going on.
Well, I was going to ask Tristin a question, but she looks like she's – oh, there she is.
I'm completely available.
So tell me, since you have a better vantage point of the stands, tell us a little bit about the crowd tonight. It being a Thursday night game, it's always interesting. We can't really see it.
Well, for this Thursday night game, I think we are pretty packed, and of course it is going to look a little more packed with us only sitting on one side of the stadium. But I think we have a lot of supporters on both the Liberty County side and the Northside side. We have a good size for the student section, and they are really getting into the game like they were last week. And I think the cheerleaders are really helping out with that, and they're doing a great job tonight.
Great. Good to see fans always supporting the Knights. Here's the snap for the punt. Good snap. Good high kick.
Really high kick.
And it is going to take a Northside bounce to the 45, past the 50, and it's going to be downed at the Liberty County 47. That's a good punt.
That's a great punt, Matt. The line of scrimmage was where? The
15.
15. So, yeah, that's almost a 40-yard punt.
And he punted it from his goal line, so, I mean, that was great. So that's what you hope to see. And
great hang time. You didn't quite flip the field, but you're on the other side, so you're plus there.
So Liberty County comes up. It's 14-6 Northside, 7:30 to go first half. They come to line in a bunch set.
Yep.
No wide receivers this time.
Different fullback in there for the Bulldogs.
Here's the snap. Pitch to the running back to the back. He gets stops. He gets hit, and he did not get past the second defender. Gain of about 2.
Made the first guy miss. I'm really glad to see that our guys are really responding, because that play the first time they ran it, I might have mentioned it. I thought, wow, that's going to work all night long, because they really sealed the corner. But our guys are really responding well. Not letting them get beat on the corner is key there.
Absolutely, because that's what gave Graceville trouble all night last week against this team. Again, same bunch formation, no wide receivers.
Yeah, heavy set on the left side for sure.
Man in motion. Here's a snap. Give us to that running back. He hits the line, trying to find a hole. Now he's coming around the near side. He's got some room now with some speed to the 40. He's going to be gone to the 20, 10, touchdown, Liberty.
Wow. We had the play diagnosed. Great defense right there at the beginning of it. Give the kid credit. He popped it to the opposite side and outran everybody.
So let's see if they go for the two points here.
Matrix said you should here in the first half. I'd be surprised if they did not.
14-12 is our score. Yeah, it looks like they're going to call a play here. Let's see if the Knights can get a stop here. That would be huge.
Would be.
Keep the lead. They're in the huddle, taking their time with 10 on the play clock.
Yeah, they're going to be rushed to.
They come to the line with no wide receivers, same bunch formation. Quarterback under center. Here's the snap. Give. Up the middle, makes a cut, and he's in. 2-point conversion is good, and we're all tied up here.
That abbreviated sweep there, and they had that hole sealed off in the middle. Kind of a misdirection block. They stunted there, and the guys didn't make the adjustment there. So easy 2-point conversion for the Bulldogs.
6:36 to go, first half, 14-all. You're listening to Northside Knights football.
It can be difficult to choose your Medicare plan. At no cost to you, the Healthcare Resource Center can help you choose from all available Medicare plans to find the one that best fits your individual needs. We not only help you pick a plan, but we also help you use your plan by pairing you with a local agent you can actually talk to. Northside Football thanks Healthcare Resource Center. Free help for people on Medicare.
Mike Schmidt's Automotive Group proudly supports Northside Athletics. They take pride in their inventory of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, as well as their helpful and professional sales staff. MikeSchmidt'sAutomotiveGroup.com.
This is Northside Knights football.
High kickoff. It's going to bounce at the 30, picked up at the 30 to the 35, trying to find a hole. As Clemens across the 40 and falls forward to the 44.
They thought for a moment it was going to find a dead spot, but then Clements made a great adjustment to the ball there, Matt. I was glad to see that, but I thought, man, that's in that no-man's zone there. They need to cover that thing up.
6:30 to go in the first half. We're all tied at 14. See if the Knights can get some more points on the board and get the lead back.
I'm curious to see if they go back to that the pistol empty formation. If they go back to what they traditionally run, it looks like they are going to have that where we have Carter Stevens and Jalen Watkins in the backfield.
Here's a snap. Give us to Watkins. He's hit immediately and dropped. Flags are down, though. Let's see what the flag is. Might be an offsides, Chuck.
I would think so. Some type of a legal procedure offside coming from that line judge on the opposite side. 24 pleading his case for the Knights, but I'm not sure if Kane's going to get that one. It's good to see Kane hold her back into the dressed out, though.
Yep, and it is a false start on Northside. Now we're going to decline that and kick the play, which makes it second down and 15, or second down and 14 for Northside.
I'll tell you what, Matt, I don't know what it is, but they've really gotten some penetration these past two possessions that they weren't getting in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's for sure. Two wide receivers to the left, one to the right. Watkins standing next to Stevens in the gun. Here's a snap. And keeper is Stevens, and he's not going to get much. Back up to maybe the 41-yard line, gain of about 2.
You know, I wish I would have paid more attention to their personnel, because it seems like they have a different player or two on defense now, and they're making a big difference.
Well, definitely the running back, number 21, that's the big bruiser they've got. He is playing defensive tackle, standing right over the center.
Yeah, he is. Number 54 is a ninth grader. Matt, the right tackle for them.
Here's the snap. Two wide receivers to each side. Now they change the play. Stevens drops back, looking down the field. Now he's running, looking for a hole. Now he's going to hold it, and it's going to be dropped back at the 35-yard line. So that's fourth down.
Wow, I know I keep saying it, but somebody lit a fire on their defense, so they've got different personnel in there, and they're playing absolutely 180 degrees from what they were the first quarter for the Bulldogs. See if our guys can't make some adjustments and get untracked again. Need another big kick here from Carter Stevens.
They've got two men back for Liberty County to receive this punt. Interesting thing, with these two guys back, here's the snap. High kick, end over end. It's going to go out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So that's pretty good.
Yep.
We'll take it.
You limit any kind of return. Maybe you want 5 or 10 more yards with 35, and let's see if our defense can get a stand here and make a tackle. That's the reason they got that long run last time. We had them bottled up, but we didn't do what we've been doing, Matt, and that's really lock up. There was a lot of arm tackling. Kids could be getting a little tired going both ways toward the end of the first half. Got to find another level here, and a lot of hats on the ball, and let's swarm to it.
First and 10 for Liberty County. We're all tied at 14 with 4:48 to go first half. Shotgun formation, Wildcat this time. And it's going to be keeper, number 5, going up the middle. Slips some tackles, gets across the 40, and he's dropped about the 43-yard line for a gain of about 8.
Yeah, good first down play for the Bulldogs. Fairly well defended. The kid hit the hole in a long time. I guess, Matt, that's about a third offensive really set they've shown us. Had different quarterback playing in a shotgun, then one under center. Now they're going pure Wildcat.
Yeah, they do a lot of different looks, that's for sure. Saw that in the game film from last week. You just never know what they're going to come out with. And the give up the middle this time to the running back's got the first down across the 45, gets up to the 50 before he's brought down. First down for Liberty County.
Definitely they got some momentum on that side of the ball for the Bulldogs. They're 8, 9, 10 yards a pop. Now they're running between the tackles as far as in the run. I'll call it an option as far as like what he's going to go and run. It's not a run-pass option, but it's a Wildcat. He's going to hand it to the halfback and hit a hole on that side, or he's going to take the other side.
Ball's right at the 50-yard line. First and 10. One wide receiver to the left this time. Shotgun formation. Low snap on the ground, and he picks it up, and he's going to be dropped. They're going to lose a couple of yards. Got to bring up second and long.
Good break for the Knights there, just a mishandled snap. I think he was looking for the hole to run in before he actually had the ball in his hands. It's interesting, Matt. He goes over. He's getting the play from the sideline each time, so he's running over there and getting it. Well, no, they're just changing offensive scheme this time. Looks like they're bringing the kid back in to go under center. On second and long, you could be looking for a pass play or some play action.
It's like Doug Flutie in the huddle there.
With the colors and everything, you're exactly right. He's about 5'3".
Here's the snap. Pitch to number 4, going around the outside, trying to get the corner. And he's going to get hit and pushed out of bounds by Porter Williams at the 48-yard line.
Great saving tackle. Porter almost took the wrong angle and got sucked in, but he kept the leverage as far as field goes. He used the sideline as a defender. Great play there to bring up a 3rd and long for the Bulldogs.
3rd down and 8. See if the Knights can get a stop here, get the ball back with under 3 minutes to go, and see if they can get points on the board before halftime.
So Rylan Roddenberry is the 10th grader that's under center, number 10 for the Bulldogs. Don't know if you'll see a pass or that sweep here, Matt.
2 wide receivers to the right. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Looking, throws deep over the middle, has his man. It's caught, makes a move, slips another tackle, and he's going to walk into the end zone.
Literally.
Yeah, that ball just kind of hung up there. Northside just kind of the defender got kind of turned around.
That, golly, man, that was, I want to say disappointing, but I don't not call out players, but we had it defended. The ball hung up there, and I don't know if our guys gave up on that pass being caught.
Yeah.
It was weird looking because we had it defended. Next thing you know, it just hung up there, and he jumped up and caught it, made a spin, and then touchdown.
Extra point here for Liberty County. Kick is up, and the kick is going to be good. 2:50 to go, first half, 21-14, Liberty County. You're listening to Northside Knights football.
The Joy FM 94.3, 96.1 is grateful for Northside Methodist Academy, training young champions for Christ and molding the decision makers of tomorrow. We pray God's blessing and protection over all the students, staff, and leadership from all of us at the Joy FM.
Hey, I'm Matt Johnson with the Northside Media Team. It's our vision to train young students about media and technology while bringing you live athletic coverage for Northside Methodist. Would you prayerfully consider supporting us in this new endeavor? Please contact Terry Dyson for more information at 334-794-7273.
This is Northside Knights football.
An entertaining first half here at Repuse Stadium. Northside trailing now for the first time tonight, 21-14. 2:50 to go in the first half, and the kickoff here from Liberty County. And it's going to be high, short kick. Fielded at the 25. Watkins to the 30. Looking for a hole. Coming around the near side. Slips the tackle to the 35. And he gets to the 42. Flags down.
That's going to be a face mask, I believe, Matt. Again, some of the players I'd like to see them hit the hole quicker. There's a lot of indecision or dancing around. But from what I saw from right here in front of us, Matt, that's going to be a face mask against the Bulldogs.
And you are right, sir. So that gives Northside the ball into Liberty County territory.
A 5-yarder.
Oh, that's just a 5-yarder. Never mind. 46-yard line of Northside's where they'll take over. Still good field position here. And not been able to move the ball the last 2 drives, so let's see if they can make some changes here. Trips in a triangle formation to the right side. 1 wide receiver to the near side. Stevens in the gun. Here's the snap, back to pass. Stevens, he's looking down the field. Throws deep down the middle of the field. Guy's man caught. He's going to go into the end zone. Touchdown, Colin Blackwell.
What a play. I tell you what, Carter Stevens not only stepped into the pocket there, Matt, he crow hopped in the pocket and threw a BB there to Colin Blackwell. Awesome looking play.
Man, that was great. The bad news is the defense got to go back on the field now.
I mean, man, Carter Stevens just stepped into that thing and threw a dime. What a good-looking play for the Knights.
And he's had some great passes this year, but that's got to be probably the best, just in-stride pass I've seen all year.
If his granddad, Scott Stevens Tire is not just smiling ear to ear, I don't know who is.
Here's the extra point. Kick is up.
And it's good.
And the kick is into the parking lot. So we're all tied up again here with 2:33 to go in the first half. You're listening to Northside Knights football.
El Palacio, Ozark's oldest restaurant, El Palacio. Famous for Mexican steak fingers and a salsa taste that Lassie, oh, oh, oh.
Northside Athletics would like to thank Mike Miller of Country Financial for their generous support. Mike Miller is a Country Financial representative providing insurance and financial services for the communities in and around Dothan. The number is 334-828-8280.
This is Northside's brand of football. Go, Knights, go!
Welcome back to Rip Hughes. 2:33 to go in the first half. All tied up at 21. Man, what a fun game so far. It's like watching the old run and shoot versus the Pittsburgh Steelers.
It really is. That was a great looking play. Man, that was fun to watch. Everything worked right. Great protection by the line. Pocket presence by Stevens.
Here's the kickoff. High kick. Going to be taken back at the 18-yard line. He's up to the 25. Going around the outside.
Gaps.
He's got some room. He's up the middle of the 50. He makes a move to the outside. He's to the 40. And he's going to be finally run out of real estate and pushed out of bounds near the Northside 34-yard line.
It's amazing how well you can see it from this high up, Matt. We ran out of our gaps. We flooded the left side of the field going down, and all he had to do was make one cut, and he had so much room. Not very disciplined on the coverage there. You can't flood the field like that and expect to maintain the runner.
Shout out to Derek Kilgore listening to us tonight here on YouTube Live. Appreciate the text.
I'm hungry.
You know, we really need to talk to the city about the bank tubes shooting hot dogs up to the press box. I think that would be awesome. Bunch formation here, no wide receivers for Liberty County.
Hypoglycemia is going to kick in.
Here's the snap. And he's going to keep it himself up the middle. And he just kind of fell behind the big guys and disappeared. Got about 7 yards.
You know, Matt, I thought for a moment that a flag was flying, but it was a huge moth just flying straight in front of the window here. So kind of threw me off there. It goes back to say that I need something to eat, Derek.
Yeah. It's a long ways down to the concession stand.
Yes.
All right, second down, we'll call it 3.
Big series here for our defense with less than 2 minutes to stop them here.
Quarterback under center. Now man in motion. Here's the snap. Give. Up the middle. Now he cuts it back, and he gets hit and dropped right at the line of the first down marker.
I don't think he has it, Matt. It's going to be a third and very short.
Yeah, it looks like the sticks are going to have to be about a half a yard short. Ball is sitting just over the 25-yard line.
Big series here. It's going to be hard to hold them here, but still with right at a minute to go, the Bulldogs have not shown any kind of hurry up.
They might after this play. Man in motion. Give quarterback sneak up the middle, trying to get the first down. He does, but doesn't get much more. Gets maybe forward progress to the 23-yard line.
Same type of play they ran on that goal line down here, Matt. They put 21 behind the quarterback. It's just a push play. You kind of step off to the side, either right or left of the guard, and let 21 push you for the first down.
Don't expect them to try to kick a field goal here. They're going to want to get 7 points with under a minute in the clock ticking now.
And I believe they have all their timeouts.
According to the scoreboard, they do.
Yeah, I can't remember them calling one.
Bunch formation, quarterback under center, now man in motion. And the pitch, double reverse, now number 2. And he's going to be hit and dropped, grabbed by the shirt tail. Great job. Was that number 42 for Northside?
It was, and then Caleb Andrews in on the play as well, the outside linebacker coming down. So we got a timeout from the Bulldogs with the clock at 41 seconds to go in the half. A good first play on that series for the Knights defense. And I'll tell you what, Matt, I think you're right. They'll go for 7 here. And so I think defensively you have to play like that.
Yeah.
Knowing they might not go for it. So keep the ball in front. Keep it, of course, out of the end zone. That goes without saying. And allow the clock to be your ally here.
It's been fun to call games here at Rip Hughes. I mean, 2 weeks in a row we've had good games. We need to be out here all the time.
Yeah, I can see a pattern developing for sure.
If we could just get an elevator put in the press box, man,
we got to plant that seed of competition between the city of Dothan and the city of Enterprise. We said, listen, if Coffee County can have it, certainly we can over here.
Yeah, you would think. That sure is nice over there when you go up to that press box and you're not winded.
Oh, man. And that community has something to be proud of, too. And
That's
I know there's other
facility.
schools in Coffee County, but Enterprise City really has a
I haven't
great
been out there
facility.
this year, but, they have the put AstroTurf down. So, I mean, I think that They were supposed to have that out here also. 2nd down and 9. Back to pass, throws quickly to the near side, has his man, and he's got some room to the 20, the 15. Pushed out of bounds near the 9-yard line, 1st down.
That I think surprised the Knights a bit. You're thinking they're going to do something up the middle. They hadn't thrown the ball. Well, they threw it once, but it ended up past the Bulldogs' sideline last time. Young Mr. Broadenberry put it on target there. Pretty good game for the Bulldogs. Now we just really got to bow up here, Matt. Defensively, 34 seconds to go before the half.
2 wide receivers to the left. We're giving them a lot of cushion over there on the defensive side.
A lot of cushion.
He's going to throw it again quickly to the sideline, and he dropped it. He ran before he got the ball in his hands.
He had 6, Matt. There was too much cushion. You've got to contest that a bit better on that side. You can't when you're on inside inside the 10 and you're getting him 7 yards cushion. It just can't happen. You got to come up there and get in his grill, and really. And if it's 1-on-1, if he catches it, then shake his hand. He scored on you, but you can't just give it to him.
31 seconds to go, first half. 2nd and goal from the 9. And Liberty County taking their sweet time in the huddle. 10 seconds on the play clock. Come out same formation. 2 wide receivers to the left.
They're going to be challenged to get this play off, man.
Yep, 3 on the play clock. 2, 1, and they just did. Looking to throw, throws in the end zone, and he fell down. He slipped and fell down. Incomplete. 3rd down.
It's that Wiregrass dew coming into the Knights' benefit.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see the turf all chewed up over there where he slipped.
Yeah, he did. It
was a divot.
Wasn't even close. He went to plant, and there was nothing there.
I'm not sure he would have got it even if he didn't fall down.
Hey, but I like the play. I give Liberty County because they've run that pass play 2 consecutive plays.
Yep.
They went to, and he almost pumped it and to the inside guy. It's a well-designed play.
They could run it here. They've got 2 timeouts, so they're not in any rush here. 3 seconds on the play clock. They come to the line quickly, and they get the play off. Number 1 to the outside on the pitch, trying to get to the outside. He fumbles the ball. The ball's on the ground. Let's see. Northside thinks they've got it. They do! Wow, what a play. Great job. Looks like Noah Davis. No, that's number 51, not Noah Davis. Number 51 for Northside. No, I don't have 51. 57. Okay,
57.
That's even better. Thank you, Spotter. Caleb Andrews.
Well done, Trevor.
I was way over there, and I've got, old eyes. So 18 seconds to go.
Big play, and I tell you what, I saw an illegal block. I mean, he just look, the guy had whiplash. He pushed him in the back so hard to free that player, but the next thing you know, the ball had spreaded wings.
As you can see what Northside does here, the ball is at the 3-yard line. 18 seconds to go.
And they have 1 timeout left or 2?
1 timeout. We do. We have 1 timeout. Yeah, they have 2.
You run the ball straight up the middle, kill the clock.
Shotgun formation. Snap. Stevens up the middle.
Protect the ball, and he has.
And he gets up to the 9-yard line.
And it looks like they are not calling that timeout, Matt. So, wow.
And the junior cheerleaders are coming onto the field, so that means we're at the end of the first half. What a game we've got here, folks. Liberty County and Northside all knotted up at 21 at halftime. FCA Moments coming up right after this. You're listening to Northside Knights Football.
Scott Stevens Tire and Service is a proud supporter of Northside Athletics. For tires and auto repair, Scott Stevens specializes in outstanding customer service. ScottStevensTireandService.com 334-794-6969.
The Joy FM 94.3, 96.1 is grateful for Northside Methodist Academy, training young champions for Christ and molding the decision makers of tomorrow. We pray God's blessing and protection over all the students, staff, and leadership from all of us at the Joy FM.
Ozark's oldest restaurant, El Palacio. Famous for Mexican steak fingers and a salsa taste that lingers. El Palacio,
It can be difficult to choose your Medicare plan. At no cost to you, the Healthcare Resource Center can help you choose from all available Medicare plans to find the one that best fits your individual needs. We not only help you pick a plan, but we also help you use your plan by pairing you with a local agent you can actually talk to. Northside Football thanks Healthcare Resource Center. Free help for people on Medicare.
Mike Schmidt's Automotive Group proudly supports Northside Athletics. They take pride in their inventory of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, as well as their helpful and professional sales staff. Mike Schmitz, AutomotiveGroup.com.
Northside Athletics would like to thank Mike Miller of Country Financial for their generous support. Mike Miller is a Country Financial representative providing insurance and financial services for the communities in and around Dothan. The number is 334-828-8280.
Hey, I'm Matt Johnson with the Northside Media Team. It's our vision to train young students about media and technology while bringing you live athletic coverage for Northside Methodist. Would you prayerfully consider supporting us in this new endeavor? Please contact Terry Dyson for more information at 334-794-7273.
Welcome to the Northside Knights halftime show. We'll recap the first half of action after we hear a word from our friends at FCA. Here's Shane Williamson, president of FCA.
In 1954, God implanted into the heart of a basketball coach a vision that sports could be used as a vehicle to share the message of Jesus Christ.
Dodgers owner Branch Rickey in Estes Park, 1956.
There is a reason for this Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Athletics has a place. Why this thing of Fellowship of Christian Athletes seems to have arisen in the mind of a few men. But not just 2 or 3 gathered together, but millions of people everywhere, dedicated to a common cause. The potential is almost beyond conception. Think of the power of this group through all the nations of the world.
And that influence continues today.
Nearly 7 decades later, that vision is a reality.
Ministering to and through the coach.
Once we've engaged coaches and athletes, we're then equipping them. We're serving them.
To ultimately empower them, men and women who are disciples who make disciples.
Influence athletes from the young age all the way up to the pros.
Now is such a critical time.
Sport is larger than it ever has been.
I see FCA being more relevant today
than at any other time in history.
Right at this very moment, our society, we are removing ourselves from the Word of God.
So we produce FCA Bibles, God's Word, put to the coaches and athlete hands.
Our camps continue to grow around the world.
That's where I felt God's presence the most.
Our numbers are growing. More coaches are joining our team.
Doors opening. Now serving in over 84 different countries.
Truly fulfilling that vision.
There's more to coaching than just winning medals.
It's really about the impact you have in others' lives.
I didn't get saved at a church. The FCA met me right where I was.
We come to you exactly where you're at.
By first reaching the coach, we have the opportunity then to reach every athlete.
That's my job, raising leaders.
And that's what's so powerful about the FCA.
It's changing the dynamic of ministry.
They go where you are.
The ripple effect you're having on these kids and these coaches.
And they're going to affect the community for generations. We want to walk through school and people see us and they be like, hey, I know that's a Christian because of the way we act.
If we can change 2 people a day, just imagine how much that will grow.
The impact, it goes full circle.
I do still have that.
It carries generations and generations.
We can reach every coach, every athlete, every community, every country. To see the world transformed
by Jesus Christ.
Through the influence.
The influence.
The influence.
Coaches and athletes.
FCA.
Fulfilling
the vision.
This is Chase Falk. It's exciting tonight to continue these halftime devotions and thinking about this word for. The entire season, our goal has been to think about that preposition, F-O-R, and the understanding that it can be defined as rallying on behalf of someone or something. In the beginning of this season, in the last 6 weeks, we've talked about how God specifically is for things. He rallies on behalf of us. He rallies on behalf of all people. He rallies for the church, the team. He rallies for the plan that he has. He rallies for teamwork, as we talked about last week. And tonight, what we want to kind of get to is this transition where God has done all of this for us, and then in turn gives us an opportunity to make a decision, to walk daily. And what we're going to say tonight is this: God is for obedience. So because God is for you, because God is for all people, because God is for his plan and his purpose, and God is for a team, the church, and God is for teamwork, because of that, he gives us this opportunity to daily walk in obedience. God desires for his people to do what he's calling them to do. We define obedience at my house with my kids as simply that. Obedience is doing what God wants us to do. Obedience can be a big church word. It can be a churchy lingo thing that people just kind of throw out there. Oh, I know I need to be obedient. I know I need to do this. I know I need to do that. But in reality, as we pray with my kids and we pray daily, just at our home, we pray that. Say, God, help us to do what it is that you want to do. You know, I remember growing up playing sports, and as I played the sport, every position had a role. Every position had something that they were to do to fulfill and be champions at what we were trying to accomplish. And that goes from the people on the field and off the field. And in every circumstance, in every situation, the thought process there is if the whole team didn't do their job, then something was going to be hurt. Some part of the team was not going to be successful. Some part of the game would not go as we hoped it would go. And so as we think about the job of the team, as we think about that mission and that plan that God has for us and that he's for, you and I have an opportunity in our daily obedience to be used by God to fulfill his plan and his purpose. And so by you and I living a lifestyle, may that be our heart, a lifestyle as God is for obedience. May we be for obedience and live a lifestyle every single day that we're saying, God, help us. God, rally for us. Show us through your Holy Spirit. Give us the power to do the things that you want us to do. Listen to these verses from James chapter 1, verse 21 through 22, very convicting verses. It says this: therefore, ridding yourself of all moral filth and the evil that is so prevalent, humbly receive the implanted word, which is able to save your souls, the word of God. May you and I humbly receive that. And then it says this: but be doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving yourself. We live in a world today where there are a lot of hearers only of the word of God. We live in a context where people might know about the Bible, might know certain things from a vacation Bible school setting or a Sunday school setting or just a churchy context in the South. But the question is, are we doing more than hearing? And it's not about the works that we do that saves us. It's about the grace of God and faith in Jesus that saves us, as we talked about the very first time we had together on these halftime devotions. But what's important is that we understand that on the inward change that comes because of Jesus, it should lead to outward obedience. And so God, being for obedience, leads us to daily being able to outwardly show that we are a follower of Christ. And what more does our world need today than followers of Jesus outwardly showing that Jesus is who he says he is, and Jesus will change the world that we live in because he's changed our lives. And so God is for obedience. May you and I as well be for obedience. Get in the game God has planned for your life. Walk daily in obedience for his glory.
If you'd like to know more about how you can have a relationship with God and find true hope, peace, love, acceptance, and lasting joy, there's somebody waiting to talk with you about it right now. Call the Joy FM prayer line, 877-800-PRAY. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Somebody's ready to listen to your questions and help you find the answers to what you've been searching for. 877-800-PRAY. I'm going to give you the number one more time because we believe it's more than a game. And this is your life we're talking about. 877-800-PRAY. That's 877-800-PRAY.
Scott Stevens Tire and Service is a proud supporter of Northside Athletics. For tires and auto repair, Scott Stevens specializes in outstanding customer service. ScottStevensTireandService.com, 334-794-6969.
The Joy FM 94.3, 96.1 is grateful for Northside Methodist Academy, training young champions for Christ and molding the decision makers of tomorrow. We pray God's blessing and protection over all the students, staff, and leadership from all of us at the Joy FM.
It can be difficult to choose your Medicare plan. At no cost to you, the Healthcare Resource Center can help you choose from all available Medicare plans to find the one that best fits your individual needs. We not only help you pick a plan, but we also help you use your plan by pairing you with a local agent you can actually talk to. Northside Football thanks Healthcare Resource Center. Free help for people on Medicare.
Ozark's oldest restaurant, El Palacio. Famous for Mexican steak fingers and a salsa taste that lingers. El Palacio,
Mike Schmidt's Automotive Group proudly supports Northside Athletics. They take pride in their inventory of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, as well as their helpful and professional sales staff. MikeSchmidt'sAutomotiveGroup.com.
Northside Athletics would like to thank Mike Miller of Country Financial for their generous support. Mike Miller is a Country Financial representative providing insurance and financial services for the communities in and around Dothan. The number is 334-828-8280.
Hey, I'm Matt Johnson with the Northside Media Team. It's our vision to train young students about media and technology while bringing you live athletic coverage for Northside Methodist. Would you prayerfully consider supporting us in this new endeavor? Please contact Terry Dyson for more information at 334-794-7273.
Northside Athletics would like to give a thanks to those who have generously supported our student athletes. Scott Stevens Tire Company, El Palacio Mexican Restaurant in Ozark, Mike Miller Country Financial, Mike Schmidt's Auto Group, Northside Methodist Church, Healthcare Resource Center, and the Joy FM. Now let's check back into the field with the Northside Knights media team.
Welcome back to Rip Hughes Stadium here in Dothan, and we are at halftime here. 21-21 is our score. Northside and Liberty County playing a great football game as Chuck is choking.
That's Snickers.
Does it satisfy you?
Well, I was going to turn into a hangry man, but the Snickers has helped me.
Well, the only thing that, I'm thinking about is I wonder who's in charge of the lights, because when we come back on, these guys come back on the field, we need the light show again.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. I've seen it to both of my sons and said, hey, it's a bit like Bryant Diddy, except for the colors.
Yeah.
But it was pretty impressive. It's kind of fun to watch.
Yeah, it's really neat. I mean, it brings definitely a different. The only thing I wish also is like they would do it, for touchdowns or something,
Mm-hmm. That would be good.
That would be good. Hopefully.
Or do it right when they're trying to complete the pass for the other team. That'd be helpful, too.
I hope they don't turn the lights out on us and the game's over like they did last week.
Golly.
That was horrible.
It was.
I mean, we were okay up here because we were just talking and we had the lights up here on, but the whole field was just, couldn't see anything.
You could not. Of course, tonight we have flag football illuminating this part of Dothan from Pittman Field and Colby and Bottoms.
Yeah.
For those that are familiar with this sportsplex at Rip Hughes Stadium.
So we continue to see them do improvements out here. We weren't able to play our first two games here because they were still working on the parking lot and they were having to rip out dirt, bring in new dirt, pack it down, and then pour the asphalt. So they've got a good chunk of it done now, and by the end of the football season, they should be done.
It'll really look attractive for those driving around looking for Christmas lights in December. But no, they really are doing a good job. I'm glad to see it. And, I mentioned to you before that there probably has not been any work on the parking lot except maybe one or two resurfacing since the mid-'70s. Really no upgrades, maybe some lights. I don't know, the turf may be the same. So I'm glad to see that Dothan really is, if you're going to have a 7A program and other schools using this facility, and I think you said last week, Matt, that they may make some adjustments on the handicap seating that protrudes it really into the players' box to where they can have soccer here as well.
Yeah, that's what Mike Mordecai, athletic director at Northside, told me last week, is that they were looking at, in some point, I don't know when, taking out that jet out on both sides, and that would allow them to have enough room to do soccer, which would be cool to be able to have some soccer games out here.
It really would be. I mean, it's really, of course, they have great facilities at Northcutt Field, but for the city of Dothan to kind of reinvest in an older facility like Rippey Stadium and really make good use of what the stewardship, I guess, factor in of what the city already has. So.
Well, and I think, the next things that they can do to really enhance this place outside of an elevator to the press box would be getting some kind of, I still think the bank tube idea where you can shoot hot dogs up to the press box from the concession stand would be an ideal thing. It'd be something that nobody else probably ever has.
If you want to be on the cutting edge in the State High School Athletic Association, that's got to be on the radar.
I think so, too. That
or have a hospitality suite just built out from this, what's it, Water World Field press box at Rippey Stadium.
Yeah, is that what it's called? Or is it WOW? Oh, okay. Yeah. Maybe new sponsor.
Maybe it's the Water World Field. I'm not sure what the press box is called. Anyway, for those that are in the know and they used to be journalists that may be listening to us, you can get in touch with some of those deep pockets and make these things happen. But, we did mention last week that there could be a video board or some type of additional scoreboard going up in the south end zone, but it's directly behind the goalpost. So unless they elevate it on the top, it's if at home you can picture this, maybe you've driven by here, it's pretty much a rectangle of steel girders and then have some more posts on top. It looks like they could mount a video board there. I don't know. That would be pretty impressive looking.
That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. So hopefully, we'll see some continued improvements over there. I believe they're supposed to be putting turf out here, is what I've heard. And so maybe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So maybe by next season we'll have turf out here with the lights, scoreboard, maybe videos, maybe some replay, kind of like you see over at Enterprise. So there'll be some pretty cool stuff.
How do you feel about the turf as opposed to natural grass?
I don't know. I guess I don't. I've never played either one. I guess. So I guess it doesn't. I mean,
can the people on YouTube make comments about that? Can we?
Yeah, I don't think they can make comments on the
Well,
YouTube.
text us your thoughts. You know who we are. If you're listening, let's have an unofficial poll. Do you favor turf or natural grass?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, unmute yourself there, Trevor. All right, say that again.
Personally, I do not like turf. I've played on it before. Sliding and falling hurts a lot worse.
Really?
Scratches a lot worse.
Yeah. So you don't feel like it's safer? Is it safer? I mean, in some cases they say it's safer than.
You don't slip.
Yeah.
As easily. That's for sure.
Well, a slip has been advantageous to us tonight, so I'm against turf.
That's true. Yeah, there you go.
I like, and of course, the wiregrass dude's going to fall on turf just like it falls. So maybe
That's
even
true.
more slippery.
It may be.
But anyway, Matt, I'll just be honest, and I have been pleasantly surprised with how Northside has bounced back from last week. We mentioned that in pregame, that'd be a key to the game, and they've really done well. And like you said, you give the coaching staff great credit for that. And, we didn't mention, you get the moms and dads great credit for that.
Yeah.
These young men, they maybe not on here in the locker room, on the practice field, but maybe your mom or dad encourage them at home, liking what they're seeing, the support that the Northside community gives, just really in playing what we said. And they are a good team, but Northside is going toe-to-toe with a team that is superior in size. And in numbers, I'm sure. And
Yeah.
It's just a good night for Northside Methodist
Absolutely.
Athletics.
We'll have the kickoff for the second half coming up right after this. You're listening to Northside Knights football.
Scott Stevens Tire and Service is a proud supporter of Northside Athletics. For tires and auto repair, Scott Stevens specializes in outstanding customer service. ScottStevensTireandService.com 334-794-6969.
The Joy FM 94.3, 96.1 is grateful for Northside Methodist Academy, training young champions for Christ and molding the decision makers of tomorrow. We pray God's blessing and protection over all the students, staff, and leadership from all of us at the Joy FM.
El Palacio, Ozark's oldest restaurant, El Palacio. Famous for Mexican steak fingers and a salsa taste that lingers. El Palacio,
It can be difficult to choose your Medicare plan. At no cost to you, the Healthcare Resource Center can help you choose from all available Medicare plans to find the one that best fits your individual needs. We not only help you pick a plan, but we also help you use your plan by pairing you with a local agent you can actually talk to. Northside Football thanks Healthcare Resource Center, free help for people on Medicare.
Mike Schmidt's Automotive Group proudly supports Northside Athletics. They take pride in their inventory of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, as well as their helpful and professional sales staff. MikeSchmidt'sAutomotiveGroup.com.
Northside Athletics would like to thank Mike Miller of Country Financial for their generous support. Mike Miller is a Country Financial representative providing insurance and financial services for the communities in and around Dothan. The number is 334-828-8280.
Hey, this is Coach Toby Green. You're listening to the Northside Knights football. It is time for the second half kickoff.
Welcome back to Riphew Stadium in Dothan. We're ready for the second half kickoff here. Northside will receive the kickoff. Tied 21-21 here. Great football game tonight.
Building off that momentum from the turnover and stopping Liberty County inside the 10 there and getting the ball back. Great scenario here for Northside to drive the ball down and take the lead.
Ball teed up at the 40-yard line. And the kick is low kick. It's caught at the 45-yard line by 51, slips the tackle 57, and gets across the 50-yard line.
That is a lineman's dream. Number 51 caught that ball well, and, man, he was, you could tell, it was like Christmas morning.
It is 51. I don't have a number 51.
Yeah, it's a mystery player for the Northside Knights.
Yeah, JV player, good job. I mean, that ball was kind of like just a vertical spiral. I mean, just took off, and he caught it.
And he did a good job running with it. I would like to see him, protect the ball a bit better, but, hey, it turned out really well.
All right, first and 10 at the 50-yard line. One wide receiver to each side. Stevens in the gun. Here's the snap. And he's going to keep it himself, run up the middle. He gets hit and dropped, maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
Wow, that's well defended. I know I've mentioned this before, but, Matt, that is – it's night and day, but how they're defending that play now as opposed to the first part of the first quarter.
Second down and 10. Shotgun formation again. Snap, give us to Watkins. He's coming around the near side, tries to slip tackle, and he doesn't. He's going to lose yardage.
We're going to get a little imaginative on our offensive schemes. They've really taken away the middle play. Big number 21, their fullback is the nose guard. And our center is really having a time controlling that line of scrimmage there.
Third down and 12. Two wide receivers to the right, one to the left. Stevens rolling to the outside, looking down the field, throws, has his man caught. Blackwell at the 45-yard line is dropped at the 44. Going to be 4 yards short of the first down.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, do we try to win field position here or gamble, and let's try to get a first down on their 44-yard line.
They're lining up like they're going to go for it here, Chuck, I think.
Yep, looks like it. And I don't disagree with that, or I wouldn't disagree with a little quick kick with Carter Stevens there in the backfield.
Two wide receivers to each side. Stevens in the gun, 4th and 4. Here's a snap, back to pass. Stevens coming down the near side, rolling, throws down the field, incomplete. Almost had Watkins and just led him just a little bit.
Difficult throw for Carter there, running to his left and being a right-handed throw to actually lead a man running away from him. just a little too hard to handle there.
So first down for Liberty County now.
Big test here again for our defense. Liberty County gets the ball in great field position. I really expect them to be methodical. And here, we got to lock up. No second chances to go to the opposite side of the field.
Looks like they're on the Wildcat this time. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Now man in motion. Snap and the give to that run motion man, a sweep. And he gets pushed out of bounds, gained about 4 before he gets out of bounds.
It's the first time we send the jet sweep from the Bulldogs this evening. Pretty much straightforward. Looked more like a prop sweep instead of a jet sweep. Really didn't go that quickly as most jet sweeps want to go.
Second down and 6. Ball at the 48-yard line of Liberty County. Come out again with 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right.
2 tight end set.
Man in motion. The give is that man in motion. He bobbles it, catches it back, and he's now slipping tackles, and now he's off to the races. He's to the 30, and he's going to be gone. He's not even going to have to work hard. Touchdown, Liberty County. Flags down, 2 of them back here at the 49-yard line, though. Let's see.
That could be a hold, Matt. It just, I believe that's what's going to be called.
Well, let's see here. Waiting for the signal. Oh, looks like it's going to be a legal blindside block is what the signal is. And that's going to be a big one. It is on Liberty County. Wipe off the touchdown and a bunch of yards.
And the young man needs to be careful there for Liberty County. He's really disagreeing with that call. You want to see sportsmanship reign here. Again, Matt, what the penalty aside, what got us in trouble in that play was not locking up at first contact. Certainly the young man made some good plays to break loose, but right now you got to fight the fatigue. You've got to really concentrate and know the methods. Lock up, tackle, shoulder, no arm grabbing. It's imperative that we make these plays like this.
So they only marked it off 10 yards, and they're going to give them another 5 because of the 15-yard penalties. The ball is spotted at the 36-yard line of Liberty County. Makes it second down, and we'll call it 18. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Wildcat formation again. Snap, keeper is number 1, going around the outside, trying to get the corner. Holding, big time back there, and they don't throw the flag, but he gets all the way up to the 50-yard line, past that to the 49.
Yeah, that's a great play. We lost containment, took the wrong angles on that play. You could tell by when he went off running, he said, I'm taking this on my hands, and he just ran it. Who is that? Was that Kellen Spates for the Bulldogs in?
Yeah, it was.
He's got some speed on it. If he hits the edge, if you're not pinning it down.
Third down and 3 for the Bulldogs.
With 10 seconds on the play clock, and they're
just now breaking the huddle. They're going to get called delay game before the night's out, I think.
I really believe it's going to be close here.
There's a snap, just barely. Coming around the near side, and he gets – oh!
There you go.
Bingo, as you like to say there,
That's
Chuck.
right, exactly
Number
right.
42,
Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith did exactly what we need to be done. Do not let the tackle break. He locked up, perfect form, well done. That's exactly what the Knights needed.
He somehow got a yard, according to the spot, 4th and 2.
Generous spot, I believe.
So 4th and 2 for the Bulldogs.
And looks like they're bringing Roddenberry back in as quarterback. I really don't see them passing here.
Now, quarterback sneak like he's done before.
But 21's not behind him. I'm thinking they may bring someone in motion for the sweep.
Could be. 4th and 2. Quarterback under center. Here's the snap. Keeper himself coming up, and he gets the first down up to the 41-yard line.
Great call. They've run that inside tall sweep that's really designed to go off tackle. They faked it there, and he cut back against the grain, and really it was almost a delayed naked bootleg. Great design on that call for the Bulldogs. Caught us off guard there for first down.
They spotted at the 42 of Northside. 1st and 10. 1 wide receiver to the left. Number 10 under center. And the pitch to the number 2 going around the outside. He's trying to get the corner, and he got a flag come down. He's pushed out of bounds right around the 35-yard line. Interesting to see what that flag is.
I don't know what it's going to be, Matt, unless it was an interior hold he saw, but the flag
is.
That's it.
So holding on Liberty County. You know, it's funny. When you have both fans on both sides of the field, I don't know who is, it's kind of weird who's yelling at who.
Yeah.
Because we're kind of in the middle of them. And so.
It's never a popular call.
No, it's not. These guys can't do anything right tonight.
That's funny, man. I didn't even think about that.
So first down and about 20, ball at the 48 of Liberty County. A lot of penalties on Liberty County tonight.
A lot of holding penalties.
Yeah, that's for sure. Here's the snap. Give and a double give. Number 2 going around the outside. He slips the tackle going down the sideline, pushed out of bounds near the 40.
That play has worked well for them except for one time tonight. Again, they ran it with precision, really beat our guy in the hole, and good blocking on the outside by the Bulldogs, and really our safety had to come over there and save that play then and did a good job doing it.
They mark him out at the 42, so back to the original line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10.
Still possible to get out of this drive here, Matt, and get the ball back. If you hold them on 4th down, I don't see them punting with it tied the way their defense has been playing.
Back to the Wildcat this time. 2 wide receivers to the left, now man in motion. And they give us that motion man coming around the outside. And
Bingo.
He gets nothing. Slipping a tackle, but they finally bring him down. They're going to give him forward progress at the 41. He was tackled at the 44. So he got a yard on. So it's 3rd and 9.
Some grace is powerful with this line judge. Getting something one may not deserve for those that are interested in theological lessons. Not talking about the fishing at all. I'm just theology.
No, I mean,
it's just
exactly.
theology.
That's theology.
That's what grace is.
That's right.
But I digress.
Grace wins every time. Here is the 3rd and 9 play. Wildcat again. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. We got timeout. Liberty County does not like something.
Yeah, looked like some confusion with the right tackle. I thought he was about to attack the right guard for a moment, and they were running up there. So I think the Liberty coaches saw this is a too important drive. They know this is going to be a 4th down. Go for it. 21-21 and 7 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. I wouldn't say they have Northside on the ropes, but they're on the plus side of the field, and they got an opportunity here to keep this drive going. So I say all that to say that's why they called the timeout.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see if, the last time they had 3rd and 9, about this place of the field is where they did that pass down the middle of the field and turned into a touchdown. And
they may do that again, but I'm thinking their coaches are thinking, that was fortunate. that was not an executed play that you would go back to. They may do it, but right now I look for that double handoff, maybe that quick pass out to the side to that athletic Kellen Spates.
Well, it looks like it's going to be the Wildcat formation. His number 10 is on the sideline.
Okay.
So that's going to be probably a run. I don't expect number 1 to throw the ball here.
Yeah, they're thinking 2 downs. He's been getting maybe 5 and 6, 7 yards a pop if we lose containment.
Now man in motion to the near side. Snap. Keeper whistles. Flags down.
We got a legal procedure. That's going to back them up 5 more.
So that's going to make it 3rd down and 13.
They had 2 men moving at once right there, Matt.
Yeah, the officials have frowned upon that.
Yep. That'll bring out that yellow handkerchief every time.
So that makes it a little bit more challenging. It's going to keep that same Wildcat formation that they've got. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and they usually put one of those guys in motion to run the ball. Unless number 1 decides he wants to keep it and run with it, which he may do.
He's done that several times. There
Keeper,
he goes.
He's going to keep it. Got a blocker. He's trying to get the outside. He's got some speed. Flags are down. Knocked out of bounds. A big collision on the sideline.
Oh, wow. Porter Williams came up and just sacrificed his body for all things green right there.
They put the penalty flag at the 39-yard line, and it's going to be holding on Liberty County.
Where they're consistent. And I'm sure the people from Liberty County are thinking, man, these Alabama guys call holding. But listen, I can see it up here.
Yeah, and there's been a couple that hadn't been called.
Exactly.
So,
you see the green jersey go down to the ground and the player go along with it. That's a pretty good clue that's a holding infraction.
The ball is spotted at the Northside 49-yard line. Third down, we'll call it about 17.
Right, so the 15th consecutive third down they've had in this set of downs, it seems like.
They come out this time with the quarterback under center, number 10. 2 wide receivers to the near side. Here's the snap.
There's
Quick
that
throw
pass.
coming around the near side. Number 2's got it. And trying to get the outside, and he gets pushed out of bounds. He tiptoed the sideline. See where they mark him out.
It's going to be third and maybe 4 or 5.
Oh, wow. They gave him the 35-yard line.
Yep.
That's a lot of yards that they got on that play. So that's 4th down and 3.
And that's that play we was talking about, Matt, that quick pass out to the side. You just get one block, and with his athleticism, that's all he needs to get a pretty good chunk of yardage.
We're not, and we said this at the end of the first half, not close enough to the line of scrimmage. We're giving a lot of cushion there.
Too much.
All right, same formation. Let's see if the Knights can get closer to the line. They seem to be getting a little bit closer. There's a snap. Keeper, number 10, he's got the first down. And he's going to be dropped near the 24-yard line. Wow.
That play has worked well for them tonight as well, Matt. That counter from the – you think he's going to run out there to the pass because he's been under center. He's small, but that pulling guard against the grain, it's a well-designed play, and it's worked well against the Knights defense. Dadgummit.
First and 10 for Liberty County at the 24. We're all tied at 21 here, third quarter. Here's the snap. Give, number 11, up the middle of the 20. And he gets caught at the 19 and couldn't get any farther than that, but gets maybe 5 yards on that carry.
Yeah, still a good play by the Bulldogs that time. Is it me or have I missed the ponytail on Mr. Roddenberry, number 10 for the Bulldogs there? Trevor, can you spot that? Looks like he has some type of thing coming out.
Well, I see number 2 something.
Number 10, the quarterback.
Yeah, I don't know. Where's number 10?
He's running back into the huddle now.
Well, that's Flutie out there. I can't see him.
There he is.
Yeah, there's something hanging out back there.
Yeah.
I want to see that helmet off.
Yeah, it's not part of the uniform.
I don't think it is. Second down. And a give, number 2, up the middle. Oh, ball's loose. Let's see. I don't think
Bulldogs got it.
They got it back. Had an opportunity there.
Again, the Wiregrass Dew playing in our favor. We just couldn't hop on it.
And they got a full 4 yards on that fumble recovery up to the 15. It's 3rd and 1.
Matt, we had penetration back there, just could not make the tackle.
Yeah, that's just something that's different than what it was in the first quarter. We were getting that, wrapping those guys up on the first contact. We're not doing that now.
It's going to be the push play right up the middle here.
Yep, and it is. Quarterback sneak. And probably looks like he's going to have enough.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that's worked well for him in all short yardage. I'm sure that's what we call that jumbo package, and you get big number 21 pushing Mr. Ponytail through there, and he's going to get a first down.
I haven't seen that all night. It must have been he must have been able to stay up in
I
his
thought I
helmet.
saw it, but, I need cataract surgery. I just didn't know if I saw it clearly enough, but I kept looking at it.
First down at the 14 of Northside. Roddenberry under center.
Watch for that outside pass right here, Matt.
Yeah, they got the 2 wide receivers stacked this time. But it's going to give it to number 11 up the middle. Puts his head down, gets across the 10, pulls defenders up to about the 9-yard line.
Good strong run. They doing that little cross misdirection action in the middle, really trapping our interior linemen. Linebackers not coming down quick enough. It's just working for the Bulldogs now. They're definitely on a run right here, and with this drive.
They got those stacked wide receivers to the right again. Second down. And whistles, flags down. I think we got some movement.
Looks like an offsides against Liberty County.
Well, you don't see that very often.
No, you don't. He had to line up in the neutral zone because the flag went out as soon as the snap was initiated. So he just lined up offsides.
So big second down and 9.
Well, they were about to run that same play, Matt. The kind of a man in motion. He dives down quick. It's not a true sweep. It's just a motion off tackle play, really.
Now they move those wide receivers stacked to the left side this time. Here's a snap. Back keeper himself coming around the near side, and he gets gobbled up right there at about the 11-yard line. Third down.
Stephen Gainey did a good job staying home that time. It's easy to get sucked in. Roddenberry has had a success running that play after he gives the fake handoff up the middle. Good play by the Knights that time. I was pleased to see our defense disciplined and stayed home.
All right, big third down here. One wide receiver to the right. Roddenberry under center. Now man in motion, and give is to him. Coming around the near side, he makes a cut, and he's going to dives in, touchdown. Even though he lost the ball, he gets across the plane and makes the touchdown.
Another good design. They're running a lot of the same plays, just different sides there. So just good discipline by the offense. Let the play develop. And you can see the Northside Knights, a lot of hands on the hips right here. They're fatigued.
That was a long drive, slow-moving drive.
Had the ball a long time with all the penalties.
Yep. Extra point attempt here for Liberty. Kick is blocked again. That's 2 now. So with 3:23 to go in the third quarter, Liberty County leads Northside by a score of 27-21. You're listening to Northside Knights football.
El Palacio, Ozark's oldest restaurant, El Palacio. Famous for Mexican steak fingers and a salsa taste that lingers. El Palacio,
Hey, this is Coach Toby Green, and you're listening to Northside Knights football. Go Knights, go.
3:23 to go in the third quarter, and it is 27-21 Liberty County over Northside. Got the ball teed up at the 40-yard line, getting ready to kick this ball away. Clemens and Watkins back deep for the Knights. And high kick to the far side, and it's going to be caught at the 38. Makes a move. Great job by Porter Williams.
It was.
And he gets across the 45 to the 26. So, Tristin, what you got going down on the field?
I am currently here with junior Joshua Harris. How are you, Josh?
I'm good.
Josh wrestles at Northside, and he played football last year. Josh, what has been your favorite thing about Northside?
It's the people here. It's a whole different atmosphere. Just love it.
Well, Josh, and what is your favorite thing about football season?
Football.
Oh, yeah, I love that answer.
Thanks, Tristin. Knights come out with a triangle formation, 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And Stevens going to keep it up the middle, slips the tackle, makes a move, falls down right at the line of scrimmage. Thought he had something going there, but wasn't able to get anything.
Yeah, it's again, the middle of their line has really become a force that we can't handle right now. They only have 3 down linemen, but they're all big young men. I'd like to see the Knights maybe get something going to the outside and see if we can't cut it against the grain and make it work like we did in the first quarter.
Yeah, I think the passing game is going to be a big key right here for them. 2 wide receivers to each side. And Carter Stevens up the middle, and he's going to get nothing.
Just too much penetration, Matt. Number 9 there for Liberty County, Trent Hires, a 10th grader. What's a big young man for being 10th grade. Crashed down on the end. We really did not even put a hat on him. Just nothing working on the inside between the tackles.
3rd down and 10 for the Knights. 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Clemens standing next to Stevens in the gun. Here's the snap, back to pass. Stevens under pressure, throws, and had to under duress and threw it too low, incomplete for Blackwell.
Yeah, I'm not sure that his hand didn't get touched that time. I'm not sure. But a lot of pressure coming straight up the middle. Leaves a 4th and long. Really, we don't have much choice here with what production we've gotten here in the past few sets of downs, Matt, but to punt this ball away.
punt team on for the Knights. I'll have to say this, that the drums for the Knights are in good form tonight.
They're bringing their A game for sure.
That's it. Good snap. Good high kick. It's going to be fielded at the 24. He bobbles it, but he cradles it, trying to make some moves, and he does. Man, he's just slipping tackles. And he finally brought down at the 39.
Yeah, he said, Matt, you could see the fatigue in those broken tackles from the Knights players. A lot of arm grabbing, not much shoulder putting into the body. It's really a gut check right here. I know it's still a minute to go in the third quarter, and the fourth quarter's yet to come. But his fatigue sets in, especially at that long set of downs last time. You got to get a defensive stand here if you really want to keep this thing competitive.
Liberty comes out with two wide receivers to the left. Roddenberry under center. Ponytail and all. Here is the snap. And give number 11 up the middle. Puts his head down and falls forward for about a gain of 4.
Yeah, what was a successful play for that time still netted the Bulldogs 4 yards on that. Really would love a turnover here somewhere, Matt. Some type of a sack, defensive stand, an incomplete pass. If they get a good steady dose this run, it's their momentum is certainly with them.
Yeah, just being a 6-point game, you don't want it to grow to a 2-possession game, that's for sure.
Exactly.
Second down and 6, one wide receiver to the near side. Roddenberry under center. Snap, and the keeper. Corner on the outside. Man, he makes some moves. He comes back to the near side, and he's got some blocks. Finally brought down. He gets the first down at the 45-yard line, Northside.
And had that play stopped, Matt. Roddenberry really did a good job, and he's come up a little gimpy on his left arm, or else he's running really, really strong strut, but I can't tell.
I think he's hurting a little bit there.
I think he is too. But that young kid does not have a lot of size. Like you said, he's like Flutie out there. He's a helmet shorter than everybody else on the field, but ran with a lot of authority then.
First down for the Bulldogs. Snap. Gives the number 2 up the middle. Makes some great moves, but then is brought down at the 45.
Good defense that time by the Knights. They really held that play to 2 yards. It looked to be a little bobble snap, Matt. I couldn't really tell if you saw anything, but if he bobbled that snap a bit off that gimpy kind of left hand, looks like that could be the last play of the third quarter.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's content letting the clock run out. So we got the fourth quarter. Don't go anywhere. We got a good one here. Liberty County leads 27-21 over Northside. You're listening to Northside Knights football.
Northside Athletics would like to thank Mike Miller of Country Financial for their generous support. Mike Miller is a Country Financial representative providing insurance and financial services for the communities in and around Dothan. The number is 334-828-8280.
Scott Stevens Tire and Service is a proud supporter of Northside Athletics. For tires and auto repair, Scott Stevens specializes in outstanding customer service. ScottStevensTireandService.com, 334-794-6969.
It can be difficult to choose your Medicare plan. At no cost to you, the Healthcare Resource Center can help you choose from all available Medicare plans to find the one that best fits your individual needs. We not only help you pick a plan, but we also help you use your plan by pairing you with a local agent you can actually talk to. Northside Football thanks Healthcare Resource Center. Free help for people on Medicare.
Mike Schmidt's Automotive Group proudly supports Northside Athletics. They take pride in their inventory of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, as well as their helpful and professional sales staff. MikeSchmidt'sAutomotiveGroup.com.
The Joy FM 94.3, 96.1 is grateful for Northside Methodist Academy, training young champions for Christ and molding the decision makers of tomorrow. We pray God's blessing and protection over all the students, staff, and leadership from all of us at the Joy FM. This is Northside's brand of football. Go Knights, go!
Start of the fourth quarter here at Riphew Stadium. 27-21, Liberty County leads over Northside. Second down and 9 for the Bulldogs.
Big set of downs these next 2 or 3 plays, Matt, for the Knights to hold it and possibly take the lead and really get back in this ball game, even though it's just 6 points.
Here's a snap. Quick throw to the outside. Has his man. And Porter Williams slips through Porter Williams' hands. Gets pushed out of bounds by number 16. And he got about 5 yards.
Yeah, third and real short here. 3-4 yards for the Bulldogs. And I expect really to see that abbreviated toss inside kind of sweep is what's been really working for him. Or the counter, the quarterback counter, when he fakes a handoff and cuts back the opposite way.
They come out with 2 wide receivers to the near side. Roddenberry under center. Here's the snap. Back to Pat. No, it keeps himself. Runs up the middle. He's got the first down. Dropped at the 32.
That's that quarterback counter. He hits that hole really quick, and it just takes one pulling block. It's been a play that's been their bread and butter the second half, Matt.
They've definitely won the time of possession battle in this second half.
They really have. You've seen some adjustments they've made offensively coming out, and while their defense is just on a whole other level than they were in the first half. Roddenberry still come back under center with the big fullback.
2 wide receivers to the near side. Here's the snap. Give to number 21 up the middle. Oh, man, he's gone. Nobody's going to tackle him. He tackled himself finally at the end of that play. Fell down out on that dew that's starting to form, and he's limping.
Wow.
I hope that's not a bad deal for him. That's
yeah, that'd be really unfortunate.
He is a load coming down the field.
Wow, he really is.
He's not as tall as the guy last week from Cottonwood that was running from the tight end and slot position.
But he looks to be 6'1", 6'2", if not 6'3". He's got to go 215, 220.
Yeah.
At least. That's a big young man. I don't know if he's cramping or if he tweaks something, Matt.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But he's on the ground over there behind the Bulldog bench. Looks like the Bulldogs are going to go for 2 again here to put it up 14.
They come out with 2 wide receivers to the right. Roddenberry under center. Here's the snap. Throws quickly and caught, but he drops and falls down, so that is no good. So Liberty County score 33-21 now, early in the fourth quarter.
That was a cramp, so I'm thankful for that. Praise the Lord that young man's been a stalwart on defense for them.
Yeah.
Don't want to see anyone get hurt. I wish he'd take a little bit more time to recover from the cramp, though.
Yeah.
With us about to be on offense.
Yeah, absolutely.
But still, Matt, the whole 11 minutes to go and down by 12. So you've got to really start thinking, do we open it up, start doing the passing game more, which Liberty certainly would expect, but maybe open up playbook a bit more here in these next possessions for the Knights.
Okay, maybe they're going to do something a little tricky here. They just got a different play called to the kicker. Keep an eye open for that. And it is a squibber down on the ground, and it is recovered at the 41 of Northside. So glad they fell on that and didn't try to pick it up. Now we got flags down after the play.
That could have been a personal foul against the Bulldogs. I saw a green shirt flying. That would be my guess.
If that's the case, that'll put them in Bulldog territory with good field position here. It is personal foul on Liberty County. Lots of penalties against Liberty County tonight.
There have been. And they're not playing necessarily certainly not, I wouldn't call it any kind of dirty ball, but they play hard, they play aggressive, and they did hit some flags.
Number 21, Josh Peterson for Liberty County, who ran the touchdown. He's out there, but he's limping. Carter Stevens in the gun, gives to Watkins coming around the near side, and they just can't get anywhere. He loses about 5 yards on that play.
Yeah, no interior run game for the Knights these past 3 possessions. Nothing. The defensive line for Liberty County is really in control in the trenches. But you look at it, Matt, you look at the green shirts with their hands on their hips and look at the white shirts.
Yeah.
And you make the comparison.
Yeah, definitely fatigue. And most of the offensive line guys are the defensive line guys too, so
Sure.
they've been playing both ways, and I can understand that completely. 2 wide receivers to each side. Clemens standing next to Stevens in the gun. Here's the snap. Keeper is Stevens up the middle, and he gets nothing. He'll lose maybe another yard or 2.
Yeah, I believe so, Matt. It's just there's nothing there. I'm afraid you're just trying to put a square peg in a round hole.
Yeah, and I guess I'm not sure why the passing game has not been attempted on anything other than third down. And I'm not trying to criticize anybody. They've got a reason for it, but I'm having a hard time understanding that when we know that the running game has just been really struggling.
Right, and you're getting a predictable play, and you make it that much more difficult to be successful.
Back to pass, Stevens. Now he's going to run it, but now he throws it, and it is incomplete, almost intercepted. Would have been if Watkins could have gotten it, it would have been a first down.
It would have been a first down.
Those type of passes where he's running under duress and just kind of throws it up, not a high level of chance of completing those.
Yeah, forced to punt here, 4th and 16. Really don't have an option here. 9.5 minutes to go. You just got to hope you got to do something defensively to slow the Bulldogs down and get the ball back, and then you're forced to try to pass really on first down, second down, and do something a little differently.
Here's the punt, low snap, but corralled. Good high kick. Going to take a bounce and a Northside roll and be down at the 14.
That's going to be a flag.
And so flags down. What did you see, Chuck? I missed it.
I saw Carter Stevens run down and give a late hit. He blocked someone blindly. I believe that's a frustration play.
Probably is.
Not smart, but a frustration play. That's going to gain the Bulldogs 15 yards. Uncalled for. The ball's rolling dead, and he goes down and lays a lick on somebody.
So they'll mark off 15 yards here. Once they figure out where the ball is from. So they'll march it up to the Liberty County 32-yard line. 1st and 10 there.
That's just, this ball's rolling dead, like we said, and no one's going to pick it up and run it. So, man, I really could expect here a steady dose of counter plays from Roddenberry, possibly that abbreviated sweep that goes inside.
And the pitch to number 2 to the outside. Now get around the corner. Doesn't get much. Able to get a couple of yards up to the 35.
Tell you what, man, we've done a good job defending that far outside sweep. I would think they would have more success in that, but we've done a really good job not allowing them to set the corner. Good pursuit. What's really killed us is the inside game, the counters, the traps, and really just the straight off that inside dive play.
2nd down and 6. Roddenberry under center, 1 wide receiver to the left. Snap to pitch to the near side, number 1, trying to get around the corner, and doesn't get much. Dropped at the 40-yard line. Got more than I thought he did. He's up to makes it 2nd and 2. I'm sorry, 3rd and 2. I'm sorry.
And again, that's a good, smart play by Liberty. You run wide right one play. You run wide left the next play. You've got a fatigued defense. And now really you can pick your poison. 3rd and short. You go that counter, that abbreviated sweep inside, or another wide play. And you're playing with a stacked deck.
And they line up with the wide receiver to the right. Man in motion. Snap, keeper. The whistles had some movement.
Yeah, we had the guard pulling a bit too soon. Number 70 for the Bulldogs wanted to get out in front of the quarterback. So that'll give us 5 yards the other way.
But you're right, Roddenberry was going to run that
counter play.
That counter and keep the ball. I'm beginning to think that's like a headband or something that's coming out the back. It's not hair.
It could be, but I think he tucks it down in there, man. I think the kid's kind of a hippie-ish guy. I don't know.
Oh, no.
Like a Paul Simon. He's 5'2". He probably listens to easy listening music in the swamps of Liberty County. I don't know.
Wow. He went down a road I just didn't expect at all.
Just call it entertainment, my brother.
All right, 3rd down and 7. Well, big number 21 is back in the backfield. Snap and give us to him up the middle. And he's dropped just past the 40. It's going to be 4th and 1.
4th and 1. We may see that same play or else that push play right here.
Or just quarterback keeper.
Yeah, the push play with the quarterback keeper and 21 pushing his buddy across the line of scrimmage. Good penetration here needed by the Knights. If we can stack the line of scrimmage, you got to gamble. You do that to try to stop this play. If they pass it and you just say, okay, great play. But you got to make some gambles here to try to turn the tide.
2 wide receivers to the right side. 4th and 1. Here's the snap. And they give to 21 up the middle. He's got it. And Pyle's pushing. He's still running forward. Falls all the way up to the 46-yard line of Northside. He got 12 yards on that.
That's a big young man.
Yeah, it is.
He certainly ran with authority then.
He's going to get a break. That's good.
Yeah, that's right. He's not even running off the field in a hurry. Of course, he's been playing nose guard, been controlling the line of scrimmage for them defensively. So under 7 minutes to play, Matt, and certainly the Bulldogs have it where they want it. Turnover, something unordinary needs to happen for the Knights.
1st down. Here's the snap. Give, double give. Reverse.
Well defended.
Great job that time. He's going to lose a yard.
I'll tell you what, Luke Moore did an outstanding job that time. Again, you've seen it when we've been successful defensively. We stayed at home, especially on that double handoff. We haven't gotten fooled on the motion or all the movement. We've stayed in our lanes and disciplined, let the linebackers come in and support, and Luke did a fine job then and made the tackle.
2nd down and 11.
Our kids they're beat right now. You can tell they're just they're sucking
They're worn
wind
out
and doing everything they can to compete.
Well, double overtime game last week and a short week here on Thursday night. That's a lot to ask. Snap and the pitch. Number 5 going around the outside, trying to get around the corner. Does, cuts it up, slips tackles, gets the 1st down, and pushed out of bounds. The flags come in.
He must have been way out of bounds, Matt.
It didn't look like it. It looked like he just stopped and fell backwards. But looks like it's going to be a late hit, I'm guessing.
It's going to be a 15-yard penalty against the Knights on that one. And as we said earlier, this time of game, that late in the play, those aren't just physical fatigue penalties. Those are mental fatigue penalties. You just don't think. You're trying to play with emotion instead of discipline, and it costs you another 15 yards.
So the ball's all the way up to the 19-yard line of Northside after that penalty. 1st and 10 for Liberty County. Roddenberry under center, 2 wide receivers to the left. Snap, give number 11 up the middle, and he's going to be into the end zone, touchdown. That was too easy.
Yeah, that's that. He goes in motion. Instead of going for the sweep, he cuts straight up off the guard that pulls. Well blocked for the Bulldogs. Our guys, like we said, they're beat. I mean, who can blame them? I mean, they've been leaned on this entire second half by this big offensive line. They've been out there going both ways. It's been a lot for them to overcome, for sure.
On for the extra point attempt here. It's been blocked a couple times. Now we got flags because of legal substitution for Liberty County. So I'll back them up 5 yards. And the dew is settling in nicely here tonight.
Oh, it is.
Looks like from this height, it looks like little snow tracks all over the place.
Yeah, or like I said, the inverse of a slug crawling across a patio.
Yeah, exactly. So this will be a 25-yard PAT attempt. Low snap. Kick is up.
It's good.
And he got it. Nice catch back there to save that guy's truck.
It was. He was taking that ride.
So 5:40 to go.
That was a Bulldog out there. I said he's got a white jersey on, so I don't know if that truck came from Liberty County or he just he was catching football and protecting somebody's Nissan Frontier.
Yeah, but he did a good job with that.
He did.
So
absolutely.
This crazy scoreboard is like, I don't know what it's doing. It keeps wanting to add points where it doesn't. It's just like it was last week on the scoreboard here. It was just add points where it wasn't supposed to. 40-21 is their score.
Looks like we got some new players in for the Knights as far as the front line.
Yeah, got some cleaner looking uniforms.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
JT Haney is one that I see there at number 20. Someone we hadn't seen earlier tonight.
And low kick right at the guy in the middle, and he catches it and goes down. Good job.
And he went to self-preservation mode.
Number 15, that was Blake Jimerson.
Great catch by the 9th grader there.
Hey, Tristin, I mean, we're in the air conditioning up here, and it feels great. What's it like down on the field with all that dew?
It feels great. It has cooled off so much since earlier this afternoon, and the dew is definitely setting in, but the grass is short down here, so, I mean, it just feels great out here.
Well, good. All right. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Stevens rolling to the near side, looking down the field, throws, and incomplete. Threw it a little bit behind and high of Blackwell.
I think they had the receivers stacked a bit too closely there. There was not enough separation. That ball was actually intended for the deeper receiver, but the first receiver did not have eyes in the back of his head, so he couldn't tell there's somebody behind him about 5 yards. So he tried to, catch the ball.
Yeah.
That's what he's coached to do.
That's right. The ball's coming. I want to put my hands on it.
The object is to catch it. That's the goal.
2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right.
You're offside there.
And Stevens bobbles the snap, throws over the middle, incomplete.
That was a wet ball.
Yeah.
And just got away from him. It floated up.
So I have breaking news, Chuck.
What's that?
The Astros just clinched the West.
Oh, my goodness. Congratulations for those Astro fans in the Wiregrass.
Well, there's at least one of us. No, there's 2 of us I know of. Good old buddy Ryan Spry.
He's an Astro fan?
He is.
Well, that makes sense since he's a Longhorns fan.
Well, I don't forgive him for that. 2 wide receivers each side, 3rd down and 10. Stevens keeps up the middle, slips tackles, but falls down, tackled, gain of about a yard, and it's 4th down.
Well, the Braves will make it interesting. What was a 5-0 game to clinch the night has become a 5-3 game now in the top of the 9th. 2 outs, though, so the Braves need 1 more out to clinch the West for the 4th year in a row.
I thought they were in the East.
I mean, the East, yeah. I don't know. I think
that's talent. If you can clinch the West with 2 teams that have won 100 games.
The Braves used to play in the National League West, believe it or not.
That's true. 4th and 9, they're going for it. Back to pass to Stevens. Looking down the field. Now he's under pressure. Rolls. And he's going to be tackled and dropped. And that's going to be a penalty of frustration, just spiking the ball. And that'll be the end of the night for Mr. Stevens, I believe.
I believe so, too. And
I mean,
quite frankly, it should be.
And I know it's frustration. I get it. Just not been able to get anything going in the second half here. But those are the times you gotta keep your cool.
You do. And you saw it kind of unraveling as he went down and made that block earlier after he punted the ball. Listen, he's a great athlete. He has done a lot of great things and played a great game. But it's a maturing process. You learn about these things, and you've got to control those emotions and learn how to play within them.
So 4:40 to go in the ball game. Is 40-21 Liberty County. Next week, we'll be back on Friday night for the last Friday night game of the year for Northside. That's weird to say. But we'll be at New Brockton.
I can't remember the last time I've actually been to New Brockton, Matt, so I'm looking forward to it.
Can't say that I ever have. I've been to Strawn, but I haven't been to New Brockton.
I've been to Strawn. Well, it looks like the Braves have clinched.
Oh, there you go. A couple of clinches tonight. Here's the snap up the middle. Number 18 pushes forward and down at the 30. So some games in the Wiregrass next tomorrow night. There'll be some interest. Enterprise is going to be at Prattville. That was a great game last year. We covered that game at Enterprise. Man, that was a great game.
A really good game.
Opp is going to be at Providence, Houston County at Cottonwood. GW Long will be at Zion Chapel. Rehoboth at Greenville. Andalusia at Headland. Liberty County is here. For some reason, it says we're playing here tomorrow again. Pike Road at Montgomery Catholic. Dale County is hosting Bullock County. Abbeville, Arrington are matching up. We also know that Slocum and New Brockton are playing tomorrow night. It's an interesting game there.
Yeah, that will
Here's
be.
a pitch to number 18 on second down, going around the outside.
And he's gone.
And he could be gone. One man to beat.
Oh,
and
Porter Williams.
Porter Williams again. He's been everywhere tonight.
He certainly has. He did not give up on the play. And 18 has, thank you to the Bulldog coaches. They've got some secondary players in the skill positions, but they still have their one line in there. It looks like it.
Yeah, it does look like it. So first and goal for Liberty County. Clock is running now to 3 minutes and 30 seconds. I'll tell you what, we were talking about it earlier this week, some great college football games Saturday.
Oh, wow.
Man,
yeah, really
I'll tell you what, how are you going to pick you can't pick one game. My wife's not going to be happy with me, I don't think. Give up the middle, slips tackles, gets to the 5, and corralled up right there.
I'll tell you, the guys still fighting in there and trying their best. They're tired, but they're still got fight in them. I'm glad to see that.
Yeah, of course, Ole Miss Alabama is an interesting game. Got Auburn.
Too interesting.
Auburn at LSU.
That's intriguing. Then the Alabama Ole Miss game would fit the bill as far as the adjective interesting. But with what happened on the Plains with Coach Harsin dismissing, firing, terminating, whatever you want to call it, a pretty significant assistant coach, and the quarterback controversy.
Yeah, that's brewing there. Yeah,
that's an intriguing game.
Give up the middle, pushes forward. I think he's going to be just short of the touchdown. So it'll be third and goal.
And I don't think Auburn's beaten LSU in Baton Rouge in quite a number of years. But then Lane Kiffin coming to Tuscaloosa. There's intrigue in that as well.
Yep.
Former assistant, former Saban assistant. And that looms large. That former Saban assistant has never beaten him.
Well, and I think the intriguing thing, too, is the way they played against Florida, and it was such a close game. You kind of think, well, they're beatable maybe. We'll see. There's a snap. Runs in his own player, and he's dropped in the backfield.
Tell you what, who was that?
Fourth down.
That came in there for the Knights.
Ira Tharp
really came in hard, played hard that time. Great tackle with under 2 minutes to go. That's a pride play right there, Matt. I just go ahead and call it. The game's over. But that's a pride play by Ira. Good to see from that young man.
Fourth and goal from the 2.
That's leadership from a senior.
2 wide receivers to the left. Quarterback is under center. Here's the fourth down and goal play. Here's the snap. And give up the middle. Slips the tackle. He's not going to get it. He is down. And the Knights hold right there. Great job.
Very good job. A lot of pride right there. Proud of the boys there. That speaks a lot of that crew coming off the field.
So the Knights offense will take over deep in their own territory.
Certainly we'll have a new quarterback, or else we'll have been in Wildcat.
Yeah, I believe that's exactly we're going to have something. Yeah. Watkins usually is the there he is. Caden Watkins is going to be coming in here for quarterback here with 1:18 to go in the ball game. Here's the snap. Give to Dylan Perry up the middle. Slips the tackle. Comes around the outside. Falls forward. Gets up to about the 7. So good little run there on first down.
That was good. I thought for a moment the ball might have been out, but I thought maybe the ground had caused that as the clock continues to run. But you want to stay away from injuries right here. These guys are tired, both sides of the ball, and look like some number 2s coming in for the Bulldogs here on what could be the last 2 plays, possibly last play of the ball game.
Watkins in the gun. Snap. keeper coming around the near side. Now he makes a cut, makes another cut, and gets up to about the 11-yard line. We're about a yard short of the first down. And I don't expect they'll run another play here. They don't have to.
They don't. They could run one more, but I don't know. Like I said, you want to stay with ground's getting a little wet and slippery, fatigue, but looks like maybe one more play.
Let these young guys get a couple of plays in. It'll be good. 3rd and 1. And they give up the middle. It's to Dylan Perry. Slips the tackle, gets the first down to the 15. Dropped at the 17. And they'll stop the clock to move the chains at 5 seconds to go.
I was watching number 18, Caleb Shiver, for the Bulldogs. A little smaller guy. Saw some action later in the game. But he plays full speed. I'll give him that.
That's it. So a great first half for the Knights. Unable to come out at halftime and make a whole lot of things happen, and they fall tonight 40-21 after being tied 21-21 at halftime. And Chuck, I mean, it was a great first half. Just wasn't able to get anything going on offense in the second half.
Yeah, it's you wondered what would happen. We were both hopeful. Northside played a great ball game in the first half, but depth, and the Bulldogs had it, but the size really played a factor. The Bulldogs kept the ball the majority of the second half, and leaned on the Northside players who were going both ways, and it was just too much to overcome.
Yeah, absolutely. But great to see these guys bounce back like they did after the tough loss last week. They've got a little bit of a little longer week now after getting the short week. Now they get the long week, the last long week of the season for them, as they'll have a Friday night game in New Brockton next Friday night. And then the following 3 games will be all on Thursday night. So that's going to be a different thing for them. But the Knights are continuing to learn and get better every week. I'll just tell you, I really thought this would be a very lopsided game, but Northside came out and really played very well in that first half and kept it close and kept it tied. And like you said, we were hopeful that things could continue to be like that in the second half, but just unable to keep up with the speed and the size of the guys there from Liberty County.
Absolutely, and there were so many positives that you look back and get past the emotion. Silly penalties, losing your concentration. You get past that and draw from the positives. I mean, Carter Stevens threw a heck of a pass to Colin Blackwell. Great play. He made some long runs and great plays. Our defense played lights out in the first half, really, even though we gave up 21 points. But the Bulldogs had a short field a couple times. But on the corners, we matched. It was just you're just seeing a young program trying to establish itself, and the growing pains are sometimes severe in wins and losses. But I know the coach staff will do another good job this week and get these boys emotionally and mentally ready to travel next week.
Absolutely. Down the field, Tristin for her final report. Hey, Tristin.
Hey, guys. I'm just going to talk about the game a little bit tonight. I mean, I think the boys came out really strong. I think they tried to use the momentum from the Conwood game, how well they played in that game. I think they tried to use that tonight, and I think that they just really got comfortable and complacent towards the second half of the game. And instead of coming out strong in the second half and playing how they did in the first half, they just kind of let loose a little too much instead of playing like they did in the first half. But, I mean, I think they still played well overall, but I think they just need to work on the small things and not let the big plays happen if they can help it, and not give the team anything for free. Keep the penalties down to low and just play ball as best as they can.
Yeah, good analysis there, Tristin, and great to have you tonight. And I'm glad the equipment's working well tonight. We struggled with it last week, but being here in this new facility for us. But I think it's worked out well tonight. We've got another game here in a couple of weeks. We'll be hosting Daleville in 2 weeks here, back here at the Light Show on turf here in the Wiregrass. So hopefully that'll be a good game for us. Well, final thoughts tonight. Glad everybody could tune in and join us for this Thursday night game. Remember, next week, Friday night's game will start at 6:45 with the pregame show at New Brockton. And then so make sure you tune in, especially if you can't make that trip out there. You can tune in right here on the Northside Knights YouTube channel. Trevor and Tristin and Chuck, thanks again for joining me tonight for the game. Once again, the final score is Liberty County 40 and Northside 21. Good night. God bless.
Thank you for listening to Northside Methodist Academy Football. As always, thank you for supporting Northside Athletics. And thanks to all of our sponsors who make this ministry possible. And because it's a ministry, we'd love to partner with you in any of your prayer needs and share with you how to take the next steps in your relationship with Christ. Just call or text the Joy FM prayer line, 800-877-PRAY. That's 800-877-PRAY. Join us again next week for the Knights pregame show starting at 6:45. This has been a presentation of the Northside Methodist Academy Media Team.